What's going on, everybody? It's Warren with the Eagles Collective, and I had to bring in my boy Leo from the Birds section. Man,
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Leo with the bird section, and my man Warren with the Eagles Collective podcast. So we had to bring it in. Oh, let's get
let's
to it,
go,
big
let's
dog.
go. Hey, we got to talk about this loss. We got to talk about a lot of things that everybody's been trying to find chinks in the armor off of a loss. Off Jalen Hurts' first loss in over a year. Over a year. His last loss was against the Bucks. So a lot of people seeing what we doing, and they trying to they thinking that we sat up there and we dropped the ball. We ain't going far. I've been hearing 23 season. I've been hearing all types of nonsense, bro. All types of nonsense, and it's not even we not even at that caliber yet. We
Right.
not at that. We I personally have not hit that panic button, but just overall looking at that game, you can disagree with me if you want, Leo, but I think that was probably Jalen's best game. Like despite all the incomplete passes or despite all the other issues going on, I think that was one of his best games this season. So
You know what? To be quite honest with you, I mean, that's not. I mean, listen, he was 23 for 38 for 280
mhm,
yards, two passing touchdowns. He had
mhm.
a QB rating of 100.8. So to be quite honest with you, if we being honest, the data sort of backs up that assessment. This is
Stat wise,
yeah,
it looked good. Stat
yeah.
wise, it looked good.
Now,
With the eye test, that's a
yeah,
little different.
and listen, throwing the ball 38 times, you know what I'm saying, is something that when you listen to the talking pundits and folk around the league, you know what I'm saying, they say those are the types of numbers that they want to see
Yeah,
in order to consider Jalen Hurts elite quarterback or
their
a top
caliber.
5 QB. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's always been our contention, at least it's always been my contention that those kinds of passing numbers do not work for this offense.
Correct.
What we do know is 25, 25, 24 attempts, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or 24 completions, that right there, you know,
Mhm.
that's about the sweet spot for Jalen when it comes to this particular offense, given how loaded it is. You see what I'm saying? So, what we do know is the way everybody else
Mhm.
kept telling us is the way to go, or the way they would like to see things when it comes to Jalen Hurts. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, do you want to see the big numbers and you want to see the long bombs and the passes, or do you want to see wins?
Exactly. Yeah.
And we have always been maintaining we don't care about those numbers. We only care about keeping the main thing, which is, did we win? And we did not win. Doing their recipe. Like you said, and the data supports it.
Mhm.
But as it being a very good individual effort from Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But doing it that way don't work for us.
News just came out too. Saquon Barkley has a knee injury, and it's questionable if he'll play against the Giants. So that's looking at this whole game. The number one thing that I'm noticing that everybody's been speaking on,
Hmm.
our O line is injured. Our O line is they banged up, and I think it's more of them playing all the way through February. Because even if you look at Mekhi Becton with the Chargers even banged up right now,
Yep.
and he hasn't even been playing as many games.
Yep. Yep.
So
He's
this
missed a few games
offensive line
already.
is banged up. Lane Johnson and Mailata both got burnt. This like by the edge rushers, they both got burnt.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know how we can't correct that. I think there's a lack of depth in the offensive line position. Just as a whole, there's no depth like we had it before. My personal opinion, I think they need to put Fred Johnson
Mm.
in replace of Landon Dickerson. They need to put Fred Johnson there, kind of like how they had Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, he could do that though. He did good
Yeah,
the first time he did it, like the earlier this season when he stepped in like that. Yeah,
yeah,
I
they need
I,
to.
agree-
I
I
feel like
agree.
they need to do that. That's just my personal opinion, but the biggest thing that's the biggest thing that I think is hurting us. And I think once the O line gets healthy enough,
Mm.
that's when that run game can open. I haven't seen too many of our guards or our tackles pulling as much as they did last season or the season before. There's not that much pulling. So
No, that has been my biggest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
no, you good. It's a
Yeah,
huge health concern right now.
yeah. No,
So
that was my wife.
oh, you good. And the thing is, they're not going to get any better because
No, it's you're gonna have to figure out a way to. This is gonna be a war of attrition in terms of health. That's
Mhm,
gonna be a big deal. But I've been saying, one of the things that I noticed was I don't see any of the offensive linemen pulling like they did last year.
mhm,
And again, and to me, one of the things that the other thing that I've noticed the most as well is, and I feel like this has a lot to do with coaching at this
mhm.
point, because to see the dramatic shift in the play calling from the first half to the second half, and now this having happened in consecutive games, it leads me to believe, like, because it's happened like this, it's
Mhm.
actually eliminated, to me, the quarterback, and it's really laid a spotlight on the coaching itself. Now,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
with all that being said, we still look like a team who just got a new offensive coordinator.
we do.
We
But
like
this is
at the
my
end of
thing.
the day, we still look like a team with a new offensive coordinator.
We
Who's
definitely
still
have a
trying to
new
figure it
offensive
out.
coordinator, but we thought we had an edge just because the fact that he was with us since Sirianni's been there.
I don't.
So
I don't. The only reason why, and I know you said not to bring it up, but the only reason why I
mhm,
don't feed into that, because the same could be said for Shoddy in Dallas.
mhm.
And look at them. You see
But
what I'm
Shot's
saying?
in charge of everything.
Huh?
Kevin Tulo is not in charge of everything.
Yeah, but being in house and being familiar, you see what I'm saying?
The
Like,
familiarity with the
yeah,
with the
it
personnel.
wasn't. Yeah, all it
Mhm.
does is it makes it easier for Jalen to maybe process information quicker. It also probably gave Jalen more influence within the structure of the offense and how it was going to be built.
Yeah,
Again, Jalen and Kevin got to still learn each other as in this new dynamic of a relationship. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Finding a way
Kevin,
to bring some balance into this game, just
yeah,
because.
Kevin wasn't the voice in his ear last year. It was Kellen. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
no.
saying? So, matter of fact, Kevin's never been a voice in his ear. He might have
Mhm,
been around and been in the building and then have a relationship, but not like this.
mhm.
So, if you ask me, like, again, I could tell you exactly what I see. What I see is I see a dramatic shift in the play calling from one half to the other. That's been in every single game. That's number one. Number two, I will say this: I think our defense is just going to get even better. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Because again, the defense held them to like to like 3 points all the way up until like the fourth quarter, the third quarter. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We forced them to go 3 and out 5 or 6 straight times. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying, but if the offense, if they're getting three and out this many times, because we
Yeah,
all with that defense, they were getting they were getting tired. They were getting exhausted by the fourth quarter. And they were just because all those punts. If you going three and out and your defense was just out there 5 minutes ago,
that's why I'm not mad at the defense. I don't put this on the
we
defense
can't
at
be
all.
mad at the defense, but we're going to overwork this defense.
And
We're
that's
going
what,
to
yeah,
work
yep,
the defense to where at the end of the day they're going to get fatigued. We can't operate that way. Like we
yep,
have to complement what they're doing.
yep.
So my biggest thing is after we took that lead, after Saquon ran for that, caught the ball for that touchdown. Why did we not? why did we not implement the run game after that? We were
Because
up
it
by
wasn't
14.
that wasn't a run, that was a passing play,
Yeah,
right?
that passing
Yeah,
play. But
a
after that,
passing play. After that,
why did we not implement the run game?
I think again, I think it has everything to do with the offensive coordinator and the head coach.
So,
And damn
so
sure ain't
you're
got nothing
saying
to
this
do with.
is are you saying this is probably the reason why we're noticing AJ Brown a little frustrated about everything going on?
Yeah, wasn't this the week last year when Jordan and them went into Nick Sirianni's office and got him to switch shit around so that we could use
Yeah,
the run game?
but they switched it around just because of the simple fact that AJ was hurt and Devontae were hurt, and
No,
it was
they
almost
switched it
like,
around because Jordan and them called a meeting with
yeah,
the head coach and went in there and told him we need to get back to what we do, which is running the ball, and they
yeah,
did
because
it.
we got this running back here that's got
Yeah,
wheels on him, and we need to utilize him.
yeah.
And so now they can't do that now because now those same people that went into that office are now not as productive as they were a year
yeah,
ago.
and I think it's because they are not being. You ever seen somebody who don't know how to play with their toy the correct way?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't think the offensive line is being used correctly.
So you're saying it's Stoutland now?
No,
So Stoutland?
no. I don't think it's Stoutland. I just don't think the offensive line is being used correctly.
Because Stoutland is also the run game coordinator.
Yeah, but again, they're not. But he's not the final say so. It's still Kevin Patullo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, my biggest thing is just this depth on the O line that, like you said, we should go back to running, but we noticing we're not getting the production from the run game.
Well, that's because, and mind you, everybody has a year of film, so everybody's defending the run now. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So we got to get creative, yeah.
But you're saying, but by the time you're in the third, fourth quarter, and the way the passing game was, they were going to have to make changes at halftime too to focus on the pass game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole point of it.
One moment, hold on for a hot second.
Yeah, that's the whole point. At the end of the day, you want to expose the pass game. So after you expose the pass game, you open up holes. So now the
hey,
run
Warren,
game,
keep talking. I'm gonna be right back. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Good. Yeah, you want to open up that for the run game. So my biggest concern is, what are we going to do with this O-line depth? We don't have any right now. We seen Pryor go out there, make mistakes. We seen I believe his name is Tooth. He went out there, made mistakes, and got a penalty. So there's too many things going on right now that in the middle of all this, we literally are having to wait until the bye week. So that's what it's looking like to me. We're gonna have to see what changes come after the bye week. The defense did well. I do like the addition of Zadarius Smith just because now we got somebody that's playing the position that needs to be played. Jalen Hunt was not even a factor this whole game. Jordan Davis wasn't a factor this whole game. So my concern is there. What are we doing with this defensive line? These issues that we got on the defensive line and the offensive line is my biggest concern. And I think once we get those corrected, that's when we'll see the changes that we expected to see. I will say bringing in the Kobe Dean can possibly help with stopping the run, but it's not going to be it's going to be more of a band-aid than an actual solution. Because the Kobe Dean was known for being a good run stopper linebacker when it came to that.
That's definitely going to be a boost to the defense when he comes back.
Yeah, so he's going to be definitely a good addition to the defense. But just watching this game, I think Jalen played well. I don't know if you saw it, but that very last play with the Hail Mary, Jalen actually threw it up in the air and then ran all the way to the end zone because he had a feeling that if it bobbled, maybe he could be out there to possibly catch it. So you can't say Jalen isn't putting in effort. Yeah. He can't say he's not putting in effort. Now with AJ Brown, that's where I have my concerns on the effort portion of it. I personally I
Oh, I
personally,
know what you're
Leo,
about to say.
and I'm gonna say this, and if anybody watching right now can disagrees, definitely let me know. AJ Brown is not the same AJ Brown as he was in 22. He's not playing like the 22 AJ Brown. We need to find out why. Is it the chemistry between him and Hurts? Is it because the
It's his
run game
hamstring.
is now a main point? It's so many things we can talk about. But AJ Brown is not playing like the AJ Brown that he was when we picked him up.
It's
Um,
his hamstrings. It's his
is it
hamstring.
the reason why he didn't make that extra
No,
effort?
I'm telling you, like, because he did that shit. He did that those crazy ass workouts with them dudes he should not have been working out with and fucked up his hamstrings in the off season.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's the name of them dudes? It's like some crazy ass,
I know you. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. I forgot what
working out
gym
with
that
him and
was,
everything.
but yeah, but he was doing basically powerlifting.
Right, which he should not have been doing.
He lifting like
Yeah.
Jalen, but
he was lifting like he was one of them dudes, and
yeah,
and it messed up.
it was unnecessary, honestly.
Yeah, my boy Eugene told me, like, he's been like talking to me about it since before the season began, and he told me, he was like, yo bro, he ain't had no business out there doing them kind of workouts with them kind of dudes. That is not what wide receivers have no business doing, those kinds of workouts. That's a different kind of athlete right there. That's number one. And then he said number two, the hamstrings is going to be an issue all season. It's going to be a on and off thing all season. And
but
sure enough,
my thing with that is his effort when it comes to when you know
now,
you're not the ball and when you need to do that block, or maybe you need to that extra 10 seconds blocking. Is he spending that extra 10 seconds blocking? Is he truly doing that? Or
bro, listen, when he stopped short on that one route, if he'd have kept going, if he'd have gave it full speed the whole time, he'd have made that catch. Because Jalen threw it right where it needed to be in order for him to catch it. But he slowed up on that route. He basically stopped and then went to go. And it was like,
my frustration is Devontae probably would have jumped for it.
Yeah, look,
I think Devontae would have went for it more.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I definitely see. I definitely saw the lack of effort on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's because listen, I don't care if you really didn't think you were getting the ball. I don't care. You're supposed to show 100% effort the whole way, and you didn't. So, you know, like, at the end of the day, this was definitely an attitude issue. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, and once again, you know, you're gonna have to. He's gonna have to work through it like everybody else has gone through it. Read your book. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you need to do, whatever it is you need to do to get your mind right and get back into this game, then that's what AJ needs to do. He is not above reproach and correction.
My frustration is this: we've been dealing with this since 23. Since 23, we've been dealing with this.
No, but dealing with what? Like, what exactly have we?
We're dealing with the
what's the bad?
The antics. What's arguing on the sideline? Arguing on the sideline now is talked about. The 24, the whole thing, which Brandon Graham did have a little bit. He kind of added to that. He kind of added his season into it. But with that, then they come back. They have a good game. That's cool. But why is it always an issue every season when you got Devontae right over here that ain't saying anything?
Because that's not how he's built, right? That's not how Devontae is not a conflict person like that in terms of everybody. AJ is, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'll always revert back to a lot of times you're getting a glimpse into how things work with their relationship. That's just the way it is with them.
You talking about AJ
and Jalen, yeah. But I don't think it to be
out that they don't have a relationship right now. So, but this is my
So
thing
you ain't
though
never
with
beef.
that.
You ain't
This is
never
my
beef
thing.
with
I
your
want to
best
ask
friend.
you that. He asked him about that play. They said, "Did you talk to Jalen about that play?" He said, "No." Usually, whenever plays like that happen, it's either "Oh, my bad" or "That was on me." There was no conversation about it.
No,
So
what
there's
wasn't a
not even him
conversation.
sitting on the
He
side and just
messed up.
huh?
Listen. You could tell AJ knew he fucked up as soon as he saw the ball go over his head.
Yeah,
On the
yeah.
field,
When the
you
ball
could
went
tell.
over his head, and
As soon as the ball went over his head and he saw where it landed, and you watched him look at where the ball went, you could also see he knew right then he fucked up. Jalen put that ball right where it needed to be. So, what conversation needs to be had for AJ? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more of a yo, that was on me.
Yeah, but again,
because now it became an argument in that moment of that pass happening that people were arguing, oh, it was Jalen's fault. No, it was AJ Brown's fault.
Listen.
After film, everybody realized AJ definitely slowed down.
Yes, and AJ knew he slowed down.
He picked it up. Yeah, he picked it up. I want them to. I'm not asking them to be best friends. I'm not asking for all that. But what I am asking for is there to be. I hope that there's some type of communication going on with them to where they can figure it out, because
at some point
we've seen what they look like together.
Yeah, I was gonna say at some point they will. They will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've seen it, and even if Devontae got to be the middleman with it,
yeah.
It needs to be some type of communication with each other to where the way that it looks is as if Jalen does not have full trust in AJ, and AJ does not have full trust in Jalen. The way that they are both playing off of each other. Now, looking at the game, we technically could have won that game if it was for that catch, and then also the Devontae Smith catch that got called because of Saquon.
We lost that game. Denver didn't win.
We definitely lost that game, but if you watch, Denver kind of played like we do. Denver kind of did play like we do, like run the ball, but they have more of a balance on passing and running.
Well, all right. So ask yourself this, right? Ask yourself this: who was Denver playing?
You talking about who they played so far?
No. Who were they playing on Sunday?
Oh, they were playing us at the end of the day.
No, they were playing the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, we getting everybody's best shot.
We getting everybody's best shot.
Everybody's best shot.
Back to
and that's what and what you saw on Sunday was what Denver's best shot looked like. That's what it looked like. They was playing lights out.
Yeah,
they was doing
it was mistake-free football.
Yes,
like we talked about.
And they were playing. And they were playing against a team where the number one wide receiver was in his feelings. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The QB might be in his feelings. The offensive coordinators is still trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
A team that's got all kinds of shit going on, and at the same time, we getting everybody's best shot.
They definitely. Do you feel like we got out coached as well?
Yes, Sean Payton.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like it was literally we got out coached that game. When Sean Payton said, "I'm going for the 2-point conversion," I don't care what anybody says. That told you that they don't care. They going it all in for it because they win.
I had to respect that.
It puts them up there. So going for that 2-point conversion and for them to have a eye on Kelee Ringo, like they did, because they picked on Kelee Ringo that play. Mm-hmm. They knew exactly what to do that play.
And for the most part, Kelee Ringo held his own for the game.
He did decent, but what I will say is other teams are going to look at that and they go, "Yo, we need to start focusing on this side." Even though Q's doing what he can, Q can only do so much. At the end of the day, Q can only do so much. So
and Cooper DeG, yep, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen, those dudes like the secondary, you know, Cortland Sutton was just giving them the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's okay.
He's a vet, bro. Like
Cortland Sutton, I was gonna say, but it's not like he's some slouch ass dude. You see
No,
what I'm saying? That's Cortland Sutton.
we
You know what
don't
I mean?
see Quinyon playing like that much either. So that's why it don't bother me. It's kind of
Mhm.
like when Adam Thielen was balling on Coop. Like you kind of get your welcome to the NFL or your vet on, even though they're not
Oh
rookies.
shit! I
Um,
didn't even see. I didn't even see the. I didn't even see the comments. Hold on. So, my man, Julius Kerr says the Eagles are not going to do anything important the way they've been playing this year. 4-1 don't mean nothing to me. Okay. What up, my Eagles brother? Donald said, "What up, my Eagles brother? We are going to be fine. Relax. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. Fly, Eagles, fly." Facts. Me, Metal Mike. I'm at Citizens Bank Park tailgating before game 2. Go Phillies. All right. Okay, me, Metal Mike. What up with AJ Brown? Still not being happy? Is it ego or is it a phase he's going through? Little G Griffin. I'm a big fan of Eagles season. Better Eagles. Nick kick Giants butt. Uh, Kevin Patullo is trash at situational football. That is what I see. That's my man Donald. He also says we abandoned the run way too early. It's called complimentary football. It's sad. Fans know this. Buck up can't figure it out. Yep, but KP can't figure it out. Howie, pick up the phone and work your magic. It's Howie Vision. We are just living in it. Fly, Eagles, fly. All the money AJ is making, he needs to get it together. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right.
yeah,
So this is what I say again, and I've been saying this, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. I feel like this is a lot of PTSD from McNabb and To. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are still suffering from that, and they get nervous when they see when there's any kind of inkling of a wide receiver like AJ Brown who's unhappy. Now, here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Here's what we have seen from AJ Brown since he's been on the team in terms of when he is not happy. We've seen him and we've seen him yelling at Jalen on the sideline one time, right? And come to find out that's just how shit worked with them. Then we also saw him reading a book. You know what I'm saying? Now the problem was that Smitty and everybody on the team said he was doing that the whole year. He's been doing that. Y'all just happened to catch it that one game. I don't know why y'all said something that one game out of all the other games, and then they did an investigation and come to find out there's footage. He was actually reading that book the whole fucking year.
Yeah, there's video of him reading at the Bengals game. Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, we got that right. Then we have this year, right? And he put a Bible verse out, and then apologized for it because of the brouhaha that it was what they thought he was insinuating. You know what I'm saying? And then he apologized for it, and then he said he takes full accountability for what for putting that out there and getting everybody's panties in a bunch. That's it. That's it. He didn't set up shop in the driveway and start doing sit-ups in the with the media out there.
Yeah, he's not going to get offended to that.
Yeah, he didn't go and beat up his girlfriend, on a 3-day weekend like Chad did. He didn't go, like he didn't go to the media and start screaming and yelling about his unhappiness and all this other shit. He didn't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? And the things that he did do, he apologized. Now, again, outside of those things that I just named, what is everybody waiting on? Like, what do you expect to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Like, he's unhappy. So, what's so far when AJ is unhappy? What's the worst we've seen?
Okay.
I get it. Listen, I get
what I'm thinking. This is what I think right now, and I'm saying it just based off everything you just said. During this whole Super Bowl summer that we've been going through and all that, Saquon Barkley has been getting a lot of attention throughout that. Hurts even got a lot of attention. AJ Brown is one of the biggest factors when you're going up against the Eagles. He's one of the biggest factors you have to take into consideration. The fact that I feel like he hasn't been noticed like that. He's trying to find a way to get noticed. The reason, and just like you stated out your points, I'll make the point. When he got the billboard on him on the stadium, hyped about it. He talked about how excited he was, how he never think he would get nothing like that. They would never do anything like that for him in Tennessee. He got that. And then the whole, hey, whenever I score a touchdown, I want the whole crowd to go that old Ayo thing. It's almost like he's looking for us to give him that same like hand clap and like congratulate him and almost boost him. Like it's
You don't
not.
want that. You don't want a wide receiver who wants that.
No. I want a wide receiver that wants that, but at the same time, I feel like right now he wants the yards. He wants to show everybody how good of a wide receiver he is. He's not going to do that here. He's not. Like
I
Leo,
don't think
he's not going to do that.
I'm taking him at his word. I'm taking him at his word. I don't think he's lying when he says
I don't think he's like.
when he says when we're not winning, we're not doing good. I want to be the reason why we come back. I want you to feel like you can come to me. I want the ball. I do. I
Didn't we
want to
do
win.
that though?
Huh?
Didn't we do that? And what happened?
Say that again.
Didn't we do that? He said he wants it, lay it all on him, and let me take the game over. Right?
Yeah.
Said that in the locker room back when he apologized. And what did we do? Gave the ball to him. He had the opportunity, but me and you just agreed that he did not put the effort in for it.
Absolutely. So then why not wait? So and the question was, so what now? Like, are we expecting?
I think
are we expecting him to act worse?
I think he got exposed more to it. It's like, all right, you want the ball now? We're gonna give you the ball. We're gonna make that everything that you asked for. And you wanted us to focus on passing. We'll focus on passing. And when the opportunity came, and I'll even say twice, when the opportunity came for you to take the game over, you did not take it over, and you did not put the effort that you told everybody that you would. You didn't. So the way that we have been playing the game, we've been winning. We've been winning playing the way that we have. So for you to say that, now we're going to be watching it.
All right, so let me say this. The first, let me say, what up, Drew? He said, what's up, Leo and Warren? Eagles fans crashing out, and they have totally forgotten the fabric of what this team and franchise is made of. Adjustments will be made. We will be fine. Suck for Giants fans. I agree.
No, adjustments will be made, but you can't adjust injuries. That's the thing. Yeah, you can't adjust injuries.
And Mean Metal Mike says, Leo, what was your favorite Eagles player? Who was your favorite Eagles player growing up? When I was really little, when I was real small, I got a Ron Jaworski and Mike Quick McDonald's glass and all that stuff, along with the Hess truck and everything. And then as I got older, it became Bart, hands down. First it became Randall Cunningham, you know what I'm saying, because he was the ultimate weapon, you know what I'm saying. And then of course I love Brian Dawkins. You know, so I have a autographed Brian Dawkins jersey, and you know, I had a chance to meet him a couple of times and stuff like that. So yeah, those are my. And then I have autographed Deshaun Jackson helmet as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Yeah.
You know. Yeah, but like I was saying, though, he asked for us to give him his time. That was his spotlight, bro. Think about that.
I want to.
If he would have caught that pass, ran it in for a touchdown, the game would have been over. It would have been an AJ Brown type of talk on how elite AJ Brown is, because then he would have exceeded his passing yards, only 43 passing yards.
And look at this though, and bust it. Who's to say that this win couldn't be a blessing in disguise? You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think it's a blessing in disguise. I think I'm glad that it was against the Denver Broncos and not against the Chiefs, the Rams, or anybody like that. Because then they would have chopped it up as that was a good team. They played us well. It's against a team that possibly can make it to the playoffs
Oh,
again,
Denver's going to
but
be a
they're a
playoff
young team.
team.
But they're a
I
young.
think, yeah, they're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
And if we have to, that's the one team. Like again, I've been saying it throughout. Looking at our schedule, if you look at all the teams we play, there's a very good likelihood we could see a lot of these teams again in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I.e., Denver's one of those teams that if we saw them again, it wouldn't be until they made it to the Super Bowl.
I believe
Now
Denver,
that
Denver and
being
the Chargers
said,
are going to give the Chiefs a hard time
yeah,
in the
now
playoffs.
that
They,
being said, I will say that. Oh, okay. That being said, I will say that one of the things that I really think is going to be important to note is the fact that number one, again, this loss came in week 5, so we're just 4-1. So it's our first loss.
Mhm.
It's against a non-conference opponent. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And we probably won't see this team again until the Super Bowl. If they, and that's a very big if they make it to the Super Bowl.
Last
Okay.
time we played them was
Yeah.
2021. So,
Now, the best way, the most efficient way that we can turn this around and really get to working on it and move past is a good thing because our next game is in a couple of days.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta wait till Sunday, goddamn it. Shit. We ain't even look, we got a game on Thursday, y'all. So
Yeah.
we don't even have a chance to really lick our wounds or anything like that. Bitch, we gotta turn around. We gotta get ready right now. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We gotta have one practice and then we gotta have a fucking walkthrough and then all that shit because we play on Thursday, y'all. So we don't even have a chance. Now the good news is that we make it through this shit and the Giants, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they some pushovers, but come on. You know what I'm saying? This is the first team we get to play after we just lost. I feel bad for them. Y'all the first team we get to lay hands on. We got to get to get the funkiness of this loss off of us and everything like that. We probably gonna end up smashing the shit out of the Giants just because. You know what I'm saying? All the
Hmm.
shit that we had to listen to. Everybody was talking shit. Fastest way you could change everybody's mind and change the whole narrative is by beating the Giants. Because you're not spending the whole week talking about Sunday's game.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think I like the way you look at that. Just
And and and,
go ahead.
and, and Warren, we get to go on a mini buy. It's 10 days. Then
Yeah,
we're off
you
for
got
10
10
days.
days, and then you got the Vikings after that.
Yeah.
Um, did you notice this? But it was almost just because their defense, their secondary defense is up there. I think it's top 10. The Broncos.
The
Their
Denver.
Yeah, they're for Denver.
Well, they lead the league in pressure rate for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's probably the best defense when it came to secondary that we played so far. So they need to figure that out. And for Jalen to get 280 yards on them, and
Well,
also no turnovers, no interception. Yeah,
yeah.
he got sacks, but would you rather take a sack or an interception?
No. Well, I would rather him throwing the ball less than 28 times. That's what I would
Less than
rather. I don't want
28
him.
times.
Yeah, I
I
don't want
think
him.
we all would prefer that. I
Yeah, I
think
don't
we
want
all
him.
would have preferred that.
I'm glad that I'm glad to know that he is very capable because we already knew it. That he is very capable of throwing the ball almost 40 times,
Yeah.
and he is very capable of throwing the ball almost 40 times with no touchdowns and with no interceptions and with throwing passing touchdowns. We know he is capable of doing that. That the numbers tell us that. But again, that's not the winning formula for this offense. And I don't
No.
care what other people say and everything like that. He did it your way.
Yeah.
That like what you saw, he didn't make any mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He didn't throw an interception. You know what I'm saying? Did he take a sack or two? Yeah. But that's still not on him all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Those were coverage sacks. You know what I'm saying? And to be quite honest with you, I'm not putting it all on the offensive line, because if you think about it, Warren, how many times did Jalen Hurts hike the ball and was able to make a sandwich and had drink tea while waiting to throw the ball?
Yeah.
It's not like he ain't had time to throw the ball either. You
Now,
understand what I'm saying?
Devontae made the comment that he said one thing that him and AJ have both missed on is when Jalen changes the protection. He said that there was a few times that we didn't see him change the protection. So he like Devontae, he made himself accountable for that.
Accountability right there.
There was times where they missed the protections on what was supposed to happen. So yeah, I think it's also a chemistry thing that needs to come back to play. Like
these guys probably need more reps.
Yeah, because AJ didn't even practice during spring, right? Spring or summer.
None of them did. They didn't even play. Remember, they didn't play any preseason games.
No, not even preseason. Just a camp. Just camp.
Yeah, no, they were all there. You know what I'm saying? They were all.
AJ there, had the hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a lot going on. I think there's a lot of variables with it. When it comes to Kevin Patullo, I feel like it's a little bit on Kevin Patullo, but when I say that it's on him, I'm saying I feel like Kevin Patullo is capable of being a solid offensive coordinator, but Nick Sirianni is telling him, no, let's go back to this. When Kevin Patullo wants to stay where they're at, or maybe he wants to change it, because Nick has to say so at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, here's an interesting thing. We now have consistent footage of there being a dramatic drop off in the play calling by half.
Yeah.
Fucking fix it.
So
now fucking fix it. So whatever it is that y'all doing, stop. Like whoever it is that think they're smarter than everybody else, fucking stop.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing. Tell two different halves.
They didn't even tush push. I don't even think they tush push.
No, we didn't tush push not one time Sunday. That's my point. See what I'm saying? We were all out of sorts. You see what I'm saying?
That's why I said I feel like it was more towards they're trying to feed into what the media is saying. So now they're trying to pass the ball a lot. And it's not
so now we know that don't work for us. Not like that.
We know it definitely don't work. It makes Jalen look like a stat happy king, but at the end of the day, like we're not winning games like that. We can't.
Exactly. So and you can tell Jalen don't like it either.
No, he doesn't. He didn't even run for this game.
Yeah.
He didn't even run.
Quite obvious he didn't like that shit either. You see what I'm saying? So,
but I think Jalen isn't speaking on it like he should. And when I mean speaking on it, I'm not talking about going to the media or anything like that. Have that conversation to where, hey, what we're doing, it's not really working. It's not. We need to change this up. Whatever they need to do with I know you say you don't want to put it on the offensive line, but the offensive line not opening those holes correctly or in a timely manner for Saquon to just slip through, like I'd much rather you have Dylan and Shipley, and we can put Saquon on the outside because Saquon can catch too, as we all saw. So they got to mix it up to something.
Well, so, I think again, here's where, because the other thing too is that week 1 to week 4, I thought the offense, not just the play calling, but the offense period looked very vanilla. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It didn't look creative. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of creativity in this. You know what I'm saying? It looked to me like people were still trying to figure each other out. That's what it looked like to me. You know what I'm saying? If I had to, put it in layman's terms, it looked like all y'all still trying to get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm always like stepping back. Even at week 5, I'm stepping back and I'm saying, yeah, we look like a team with a brand new offensive coordinator. This is what they look like. And we still don't look bad. Not that bad. We still, because here's the thing. And the reason why I say, like the reason I'm like, we still not that bad, because
We're
It's
not.
all outside of the injuries. It's all fixable. This can be fixed. It can all be fixed outside of the injuries. This can be fixed. You
How
see
do
what I'm
you
saying?
so how do you make AJ Brown buy into what they're trying to do?
I think that what you have to do is you have to allow for time to happen. Because the thing about it is that them dudes police each other very well. Let the you got the culture, you set the culture up in that building that
Mhm.
them dudes do a really good job of policing each other. So let them work it out. They're grown men. You don't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is that it's not like these dudes don't know. I mean, even AJ said it himself. I thought winning the thing was going to do something for me, but it didn't. It wasn't until I realized it was the actual journey, all the ups and all the downs. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I'm, like he says, I'm a praying person and everything like that. You can't tell me that these dudes don't see the same shit that we see. This reminds me of last year. Around this time last year, we did this. Don't you know? Like Warren, there are so many things about this team right now that are eerily similar. I'm not saying we're the same team. It's just that we're eerily similar. We started the season off shitty as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Defensively, and ended the season the number one defense. You know what I'm saying? We started off the season 2-2, all fucked up. Everybody was calling for Nick Sirianni to be fired. Remember that shit? And then
Mhm.
what happened? We went on like a 10-game run, like no other. You know what I'm saying? Kellen was still learning who the fuck was who. You know what I'm saying? He was still trying to figure out what the hell was going on too, and everything like that. The play calling, we was talking about that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was mad about everything else. Remember
Mhm.
AJ, you know what I'm saying? Like in a couple more games, we'll be hitting the anniversary of the book, thing. Like I remember thinking to myself, if there was anything, if I could talk to myself back then, you know what I'm saying, I would tell myself, don't waste your time on what's happening at face value. These dudes got it.
I think at the end of the day,
Yeah,
yes,
Logan.
they do have it, and the reason why I don't compare this to 23. The defense is a lot better. That's one. And then at the same time, the team can turn it on when they need to. That's the frustrating part.
So yeah,
That
so
it can
we
get
all yeah.
turned on.
The whole league knows. The whole
Yeah.
league knows.
The
The
fact
whole
that it can
league
get
knows.
turned on with just a play call
Yep.
or whatever it is, and it's not being done consistently, that's what's frustrating.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Listen, everybody sees it.
mm-hmm.
Listen, even when, and again, not trying to stay on that, but I'm just giving you from experience purposes, right? Do you realize, like, it took me a minute to figure out that yesterday I had a lot of Cowboy fans who were trolling me, who wanted to
Mm-hmm.
troll me on Mark Holmes's thing, right? But
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. It's very difficult for them to troll. It was very difficult for them to troll us, even in a loss. Do you
Yeah.
realize how funny that shit is? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to say? Like what, we got blew out? No,
Mm-hmm.
that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Did they monkey stomp us the whole game? No, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It is very hard, which tells me we're a damn good fucking team, especially when your biggest rivals already know that you are nowhere near your potential. They see it. They
Yeah.
always talk
At
shit, and
this
then they
point,
say when they
they're
yeah,
trying to get up to us. They can't right now.
listen.
They're fighting for rankings. They're
Yeah,
fighting for
yeah,
rankings right now.
yes. Behind us right now, if you are playing us in the next couple of games or what have you, in the first half of the season, if you playing us, that's the best time to try to stack as many wins as you can before these motherfuckers go on a run. They always, even when we had the year of the collapse, we went on a 10-game run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before we actually
Mhm.
had the collapse. That's what this team does. That's what the league is preparing for. They see it outside of the injuries, but the league sees there's no fucking way that y'all got all it's an anomaly, it's a mystery to the whole league. Why are you guys not doing what y'all used to do? Why are y'all not playing? Everyone's asking that question.
And
And
remember,
everyone
we're
wants to
a
see what
build
they
up
saw last
momentum
year.
type of team. So we knew how to play when the moments mattered. And when I say matter, I mean the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. They know how to play in those moments. Right now it's almost like the learning stage of everything. However, we're seeing a lot of issues. We see Jordan.
David says that
There's
Saquon's
a
going
lot
to
of
be out a few
variables right
weeks.
now. Like you got Jordan Davis had the phenomenal game against the Rams. We saw that. Like Jordan Davis, we talked him up. He was almost invisible this game. Like he's like we didn't even see anything out of him. So the only one that's there, our secondary is a little bit more consistent than our defensive line right now. Our secondary is at least staying consistent.
I mean,
Our defensive line is not putting on pressure on quarterbacks like they should. They're not, and it could be due to Jalen Carter's injury. Some people saying it's Milton Williams. Some people are saying all these different things, but the defensive line is not holding up to what they have done because they used to stop the run. We're not stopping the run now. If they truly wanted to, they could run on us. That entire game, they could have ran on us the entire game. Why are we not stopping that?
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the stats right now. And
look at Jalix Hunt.
Hunt. Okay. He has 0 tackles for loss. He had one tackle assist sack.
And this is the person that's supposed to be replacing Josh Sweat. That's the person we have replacing Josh Sweat. Even though Josh Sweat has more time in the league, I get that. But at the same time, I think that's why Darius Smith came in to kind of take over that role for Jalen Sun so they could rotate.
Well, we do need, well, I would say, you know what I'm saying, again, overall, you know what I'm saying, has it been pretty? No. But we held them dudes to 21.
No, we held them to 21. Like I'm glad it wasn't a blowout, and I'm glad the game got to the fourth quarter, last play of the game. It got to that. I'm glad it got to that. And this team don't get blown out. Like we're not that type of team. Like, so when you say like we breathe in a whole different type of air, I don't even know what that looks like, bro. So like we can't even talk about that. I don't even know what a blowout looks like with this team. So I'll never expect us to get in a blowout just because of who our quarterback is at the end of the day. But like I said, the production that we are looking for from these defensive line players, we're not getting. That's my biggest thing. The production that we're looking for. Jordan Davis is working to get a contract with us. He's working to get a contract with us. Every defensive tackle that we've had since 21, when they're in that contract year, they play their best. Javon Hargrave, we know where he is now, but he played well when it was his contract year. Milton Williams, he played well going into his contract year. Jordan Davis, you got the blocked field goal. Like, we get that. By week 3, it's going to be a what have you done for me lately? By week 3. So my thing is, what is Jordan Davis doing right now to stop the run? Because anybody that's trying to pick him up, they're going to look at his film and say, you allowing the run game. on other teams. You got
Uh,
Jalen Carter's hurt. He's hurt. I'll give him that. He even said he's hurt. But like Jalen Carter's not 100%. Aziz Ujulari, he was more productive than Jalen Hunt.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like I'm
Well,
just
all
looking
right.
like yo, we gotta something's gotta change. I do think Nakobe Dean is gonna make a bigger impact than what people think. I will say that. I do think Nakobe Dean is gonna make a bigger impact.
The Shade Shaver says the Madden curse is real. You know what I'm saying? They're saying Saquon going to be out a couple of weeks.
You know what? I'm not glad that Saquon's injured, but I do want to see Will Shipley, AJ Dillon, and Tank Bigsby out there because defenses are going to play you differently now.
Yep.
So I do want to see what it
I'm
looks
not
like.
mad. I'm not mad if Saquon got to sit down a couple of weeks. I'm not mad. I'm not
Hell,
worried.
let Cam Jurgens sit out a few weeks too. Like
Yeah,
let these boys rest.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
like
yeah.
they got to rest. They got to like. I think Landon might be out for this game as well.
I hope so.
So now
I really do. I hope so. Huh?
I hope they put Fred Jackson there, but they put
Yeah.
what's his name, Toth, or yeah, they
Brett
put Toth.
Brett Toth. You know, listen, we're right where we left off last year with O-line combinations. We're ranked fourth again. We're on our 11th, either our 11th or 12th O-line combination. You know what I'm saying? Same as we were last year. You know what I'm saying? So again, like you know, like I entered the season. I still have supreme confidence in our offensive line coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the offensive line has been poorly coached. I think the offensive line has been poorly utilized. You know what I'm saying? Now, what that looks like, again, I keep saying they need to be pulling more, but that was the way Kellen ran shit. You see what I'm saying?
Well, they're pulling in 22 as well.
Yeah. Now the other thing, I'm just saying, you know, like Kellen's offense called for that. I don't know what Kevin's offense calls for. I'm still
learning. They did pull the RPO though too a few times.
But it was misused at the wrong times. You know what I'm saying? Like on 2nd and 1, you're gonna do an RPO? No, you fucking run the ball. Just hand it off to Saquon. But they would.
Drew has a question for us.
Yeah, sure.
He said, "Do you see Howie making a trade for edge rusher or corner?" I don't. I don't see a trade happening right now. I won't be surprised if there was one, but I just can't see one. I think they're comfortable with the people that they have right now. And it's more of just getting that chemistry there right now. I don't think it's a personnel issue with a lot of this.
I would say first things first, let me do this. Let me take a look at I just don't remember everybody's name. Everybody on the practice squad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know
edge rushers were limited on. You got Ujulari, you got Nolan Smith, you got Jalen Hunt, and then you got Zadarius Smith.
Okay, so you have Jake Majors. We have Ambry Thomas. Oh, wait a minute. We can bring up Gabe Hall, KJ Henry. We have EJ tight end EJ Jenkins, Brandon Johnson, and Jake Major. So yeah, we got some guys on the practice squad.
We definitely do, but are they going to be able to produce the way we want them to? That's the thing.
Well, that's why
we're in development right now. They're still in development.
Which is why I'm like, okay, let's see if they bring anybody up, because I named a bunch of guys that have not even been brought up once, and then we can do it 3 times. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I would imagine that we're probably going to see a few guys get elevated, especially on a short turnaround like this. You might want to bring them. You might want to bring them youngins back up. You know what I'm saying? Kenyon Green too, or did we get rid of him again?
No, he's with the
He's not-
Raiders, I believe.
Okay, yeah. See,
Yeah, he's with
yeah,
the Raiders. I think Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson understands the culture a lot better
he
than a
did
lot of
good.
people. But we picked up a lot of offensive linemen in the draft, though. That's my question.
Well,
So,
we got a
they
UDFA.
not
We got a big motherfucker that's from my hometown. I went to my high school. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Holland Pierce. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the one whose dad played for the Colts?
No, this is the one who he was like 400 pounds when he got to Rutgers and left like 350. And you know, he was a walk on at Rutgers and then ended up being a 4-year starter or some shit like that.
What's going on, Gio?
You know what I'm saying? So he might be put on Barkley doesn't have a choice. He has a high ankle sprain. He might get put on IR.
But like I said, like this is the time for Will Shipley, Dylan, Tank to show what they can do at the end of the day. Like that's why I told y'all in the beginning before the season started, I was a little worried about the depth we had in running back. So we're gonna see how that works. And it might work well for the time being, like putting a band-aid on it. But
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, the Giants have a solid defensive line. The Vikings have a decent defensive line and secondary. So it's not like we can't go in and just downplay them because
Wait a minute. It says this came out just a half hour ago.
mm-hmm.
Source confirmed Saquon Barkley has soreness in his knee after yesterday's loss, but he fully expects to play Thursday night against his former team at MetLife Stadium again. So,
Would you play him, Leo?
if he says, I would let him tell me. I would let him tell me.
Limit his touches, maybe.
Yeah, but I would let him tell me. Hey, Saquon, how you feeling? You ready?
But that's hard. That's hard, though. That's hard.
No.
Sometimes you gotta protect these players from themselves.
I get that, and then there are some players you don't have to do that for. He's not one of those players.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon's not one of those players. As a coach, I would trust him. Hey, 26, how you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Coach, I can go. You sure? Yeah, all right. He said he can go, let him go. I trust him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna always make the right decision.
Do you feel like that with the offensive lineman?
Well, see, here's the thing. That group of guys, you know what I'm saying? Again, that's the number one group of guys who police each other very well. Remember how what's his name? Jason Peters snatched what's his name out to get him out of the game when Carter was fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You see how Jordan Mailata is. They are very protective of Jalen Hurts.
Oh
You know
yeah.
So I think that if somebody was going to if someone was going to be not so good, they're going to police each other like, yo, get your ass, you hurting us. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's the one group I think has the biggest the biggest thing with policing each other.
Do you think they can have a turnaround? The offensive line can have a solid turnaround, or do you feel like maybe they need to pick up somebody?
I'm never against them. Like if put like this, if they this is how confident I am. I know that if they picked up somebody, it was with Jeff Stoutland's blessing.
Yeah.
Same thing with Vic. You know what I'm saying? When you saw how fast they got rid of Bryce Huff's ass, bye. You know what I'm saying?
DJ.
Gotta go. You know what I'm
Even
saying?
CJ.
Yeah. Bye. Okay, bye. You know what I'm saying? They quick. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the end product, the evidence speaks for itself, Your Honor. And I refuse to allow myself to get caught up in the right now, especially when we're talking about having lost to the Denver Broncos, a non-conference loss in week 5 when we just got, and we're still breaking in a new offensive coordinator. We're still trying, like, no, I'm good.
Do you trust Kevin Patullo? to get better within the
Yeah,
season?
for now I do. For now, I'm giving him that grace because I didn't have this. I didn't have it. I didn't. What you see now, I didn't have this time last year. I was screaming. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck. And that was with two losses when we could have won all of them. If you think about it, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I'm looking at it now. I'm going, oh, these motherfuckers. And here's the thing: it's not like this only happened last year. We did the same thing the year before. Remember that? And then we went on that long ass fucking run.
What happened? What happened a year ago? Who we played first? We played the Packers
at home.
The Packers. We played the Falcons.
Yep.
Then the Saints, and then the Bucs, right?
Yep.
And then we had the bye. Then we played Cincinnati.
Yeah, but then the year before that, the year of the collapse, we did the same thing. And then remember we went on that long ass run.
Yeah,
and we didn't even. That year we didn't even win not one preseason game. Remember that?
Yeah, that 2023 year, we already knew something was going on with just our linebackers are just more elite than I think we have the best linebacking core.
I think that I like that, which is why I say, listen, bro, you know what I'm saying? That was last year. It's crazy to me that the one place where there is stability on this team is actually on the fucking defense.
Yeah, because look at who their coach is though. Like, look at who the defensive coordinator is for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Fangio is holding them accountable.
Yeah, which is
mistakes that they made.
Yeah,
I feel like Kevin Patullo is holding the offense accountable for these misplays or AJ not making that leap to catch the ball, for all these different issues that are going. I don't feel like Kevin Patullo is not holding them accountable, because at the end of the day, I feel like Nick still has a say-so in a lot of this stuff going on.
Nick definitely has.
When it comes to the offense, I think the defense, they let Vic do what he has to do. Vic's shown, if you let me do what I got to do, you see what happens. So there's trust there. But I'm talking about on this offensive side of the ball, there's this team on the offensive side, their chemistry should be the strongest than anybody's. Well, I know how we talk about the offensive line. That should be every player on that offensive side. The only person we lost was Becton, and we only had him for a year. So
which is why I'm like sitting here like, look, dog, we got a bunch of guys, be it starter or what. We got 11 guys on our defense who were here last year. That's huge.
It's huge, but it's not making the impact that we expected it to.
No. I didn't expect. I honestly, I didn't expect. Honestly, I think we're right. I think we are right where we should be.
And I didn't go into this season expecting them to take off the same way they did the last two games they played in the 2024 season. I knew it was going to be issues. I knew there was going to be some things that we were going to question going into it. But at the end of the day, one thing that we did overlook is they played in the Super Bowl in February. There's been surgeries on the offensive side. I think Jalen, he went back to camp. What's his name? Devontae. He went back to work. AJ went back to work. They all went back to work, but they all did it. It doesn't seem like they're working cohesively together like they did. I think that's what frustrates me the most. They don't seem like they're all cohesive and dynamic as they would be, and I think that's a large part of
Here's what I do know, right? I do know that Saquon, AJ, Devontae, Dallas, Jalen, I do know that they are all healthy. Okay?
Yeah.
Right now, they're healthy. Okay. I think that they are just not all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Devontae got called for illegal motion because he was lazy with getting himself set. Okay, that was not Jalen's fault. That was not Kevin Patullo's fault.
Yeah.
That was Devontae's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, you had
Saquon
one.
got that too.
Yeah, you had one offensive lineman get a illegal player downfield because he thought he was supposed to be blocking on a run play, and Jalen changed it to a pass play, and he didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
He was blocked. He was doing his job. He was doing what he was supposed to do. That's not being on the same page issue. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's still not Kevin's fault. That's just how it was not executed properly. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? AJ stopped short on he did not fully run out the route because he just assumed he was not getting the ball. Whose fault was that? That was his fault.
Mm-hmm.
The tape will tell it. There's no need to. We ain't gotta, like
No need
super
to analyze.
analyze it. Yeah, all that other shit. We seen it. We don't need to beat a dead dog. And however, if AJ takes responsibility for that or not or whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I just know that we've identified it, and it's something
Yeah.
that can be fixed. And the only way that I know that it can be, I will know that it can be fixed is for fucking Thursday to get here as soon as fucking possible.
There was
way
21 penalties this whole entire game. That was combined with the Broncos and the Eagles.
Yeah. And
How many penalties do you think the Eagles got out of that?
we got the most.
No.
Really?
We only had 9 penalties.
For how many yards?
I didn't see the yards. I didn't pull up the yards, but I just pulled up the count. The Broncos had 12 penalties. Now, but when watching the game, it looks like we had the most penalties because our penalties actually affected
the game
the most.
Oh, when you look at dumb shit like Zach Bond hitting homeboy while he was on the ground.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean getting called for taunting. Like just dumb shit. Like, okay. Like, come on, y'all. Like,
or even that pass that Coop blocked. That was
right.
I don't know, that was weird because if you notice that he blocked it, everybody in the whole stands and even us watching, it looked like intentional grounding, but they didn't do anything about it. The screen kind of stopped, and then you just saw him on the field. I think it was a 2nd and 10, I believe.
You see that right there? See, and therein lies the crux of my problem. You saw what he said?
Oh,
the
yeah,
Eagles
I saw
have major problems on offense. No, we don't.
That's why
like
we definitely we have just as much problems as everybody.
Okay, yeah, listen. Okay, we have problems, okay? But nothing like what your writing suggests.
Nothing
like you're mischaracterizing what's actually happening, and that's the part that is the most irritating. The Eagles have major problems. No, the fuck we don't. We do not have major problems. Y'all got major problems. Okay, we are not the same. Major issues on. See, the Eagles have major issues on offense. Major issues. See how they characterize it. You see?
Yeah, but I can't argue with. But remember what you told me last time we got on here. We can't argue with the other. There's no point because at the end of the day, they see a tie as a victory. Like
that's that loser mentality. That's what I'm saying. And here's the thing: we perpetuate it with the self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah,
that's my problem. That's my problem. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? AJ deserves a real cute. Oh, Niners all damn day 6. AJ wants that Hall of Fame resume. Now I see why he mad. Oh boy, see, this is, you know what? That's another person who is suffering from PTSD from TO.
And like I said, I truly don't think
Niners all day. Watch your mouth when you talk about a Super Bowl MVP and champion, your quarterback will never achieve that. Fly Eagles, fly Super Bowl champion. Tell them, Donald. A Niner
Hey,
game.
now for Niners all day, I'll give you this. I do like the way Mac Jones played up against the Rams. I'll give y'all that. The way that Mac Jones played up against the Rams, that was a good game. I like the way he executed. But at the end of the day, I don't think you'd be able to do that on the Eagles, bro. I'm sorry.
Listen. Okay, here's what we not about to do. Okay, you are not about to sit here and get into any kind of debate with somebody who has Mr. fucking irrelevant as their quarterback. Okay, this again, you're breathing a very different air than Niners game. Okay, Niners all day, whatever. You breathe a very different air. Don't you do that to yourself? Not with them. That's another group of people who who don't know what it's like to be a winner in the modern era.
Yeah.
Everything for them comes from the late 1900s as well.
And when
They're
you really
they're
think about this, there's only one team in the NFL right now that is playing well on a consistent level. The Colts. That's it.
right now, yeah.
If you truly think about it, the
That's true.
Colts is the only team playing
True.
on a consistent level. I don't know if it's Daniel Jones. I don't know if it's Steichen. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's the owner being on the sideline. She might be changing something up. But
Listening to shit. She says she'd be listening because you could tell
yeah,
who's full of shit. If you
yeah.
listen,
So like at the end of the day, if that's the only team, then everybody got some work to put in. So like that's truly the only team doing that. They would be 5-0, but I forgot what his name was, but he dropped the ball because he got too happy going into the end zone. They would have won that game. But
Philadelphia, what up, big dog? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I
Leo, right?
think that a lot of this stuff, like you said, Leo, is fixable. My question is just, are we going to see that fix it the bye week? Are we going to see that before the bye week? After the
Yo,
bye
why you bullshitting? Why they got a nickname for this dude?
week?
They dude said uh Mac 10 Jones all day is our Messiah. That's what they call him. Mac 10
Hey,
Jones.
Mac Jones was balling, bro. Like
Hey, listen,
he was balling on the Rams. He
hey,
was.
listen. Look, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I'm not
But
mad at it either. I like.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying though. I mean,
At the end
dog.
of the day, we
Listen.
like good football too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. First of all, you know, there was no major firing or anything
Mhm.
after the whole Mr. Irrelevant thing. How many first round draft picks went out the door? How many
I don't even
trades?
know.
How
Yeah.
much did they lose? How much did they lose? And it was Mr. fucking Irrelevant who saved them. The last pick in the draft, that's who saved you. You know what I'm saying? And now you're sitting here and you're calling Mac 10 Jones the Messiah? Who? You know what I'm saying? I am so happy that you are a 49ers fan. I wouldn't want you to be no Eagles fan. You don't deserve a team like us. You don't deserve this. Everything that is happening to y'all, you deserve it just off the way you talk. Niners all day or whatever the hell your name is. You deserve it. You deserve everything that's happening to y'all. And it's been happening. And I would never want you as an Eagles fan. I despise fans like you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're fair weather. You're not real. You're not loyal. Brock Purdy saved y'all. And this what you do? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah. That's. Hey, you got a point. You got a point.
Niners all day says 5-time Super Bowl champs. Y'all bums got 2. That is not. It's a flex. That is a flex. It's just not the one that you think it is because the Cowboys killed it. The Cowboys
Yeah,
killed
the
that flex
Cowboys.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Let,
killed it
let's
for you.
let's think about this.
All of your Super Bowl rings are in 14 to 24 karat gold. You
At
don't
the end of the
even
day,
know what platinum looks like.
we can celebrate our victory on YouTube. I don't think they can celebrate that.
Again, no, listen, they are from the late 1900s. Okay,
Mhm.
the late 1900s. So we don't they don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to be this right now today. You know what I'm saying? All of his advice and all of his memories and everything like that, Warren, all of his advice and memories are from before you were born.
I believe it.
You know
I
what I'm
believe
saying?
it.
Like you cannot even begin to empathize with what world he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because that world don't exist. It predates the internet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I
Five,
said, you can't be on
five.
YouTube talking about it.
Yeah.
Hey, while everybody's looks like we got 25 people in here.
Mm.
Please don't forget, hit
Yeah,
that
hit
like
that
button.
like button.
Hit that like button. And also, me and Leo gonna be doing collabs every week for the games. But also, while you over in the bird section, go ahead and subscribe over there. And then come
Go
on
on
over
over
to
to
the
the
Eagles
Eagles Collective
Collective and
podcast.
hit that sub over there. Just because with these subs, it keeps us going, and it gets us out there. If you
Yeah.
like what we're talking about, put us out there. But the subs and the likes is what we need from y'all. We'll keep talking all day about this, but it ain't gonna matter if we don't get anything from y'all. So any likes, any subs from y'all, we greatly appreciate it.
That's
But
our tip jar, y'all. That's the
yeah,
tip jar. Hit the
it
tip
keeps
jar.
us going at the end of the day. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, just looking at this game, I in the moment it sucked. Yes, because there was a lot of things that we did that had us lost.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do think we have a good comeback when it comes to taking losses, and it's either gonna shit or get off the pot type moment. Like whatever issues that was going on, y'all need to fix it because y'all see we getting losses now. Like we took an L from you on the tweet. Like we did it. In all honesty, they can
But
literally sit AJ Brown in the room and said, "Hey, we did what you wanted us to do.
which is
You
but
see where it got us."
yes, we doing it your way don't work.
Yeah,
Can we
we
go
we
back to
did
doing
it
it
their
like
way.
what?
Now it's just like somebody telling you how to do your job, Leo. It's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
somebody telling you how to do your job. All right, we'll do it your way. Let's do that. You do it, you get the loss. All right, now you see why I'm in charge of this.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
I
maybe
put up
now,
I put up the
if
numbers you
Batulo
wanted.
did that, if Batulo said, "Yo, if you want me to break out the pass," because he was the pass game coordinator, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those passes were good passes that
Mm-hmm.
Jalen had out. Yeah, there's a few incomplete, but it did not put them in situations
Mm-hmm.
to get a turnover.
Right.
So Kevin Batulo knows what he's doing. He's capable of it. He's just not in his bag yet. That's the thing. We waiting for him to get in his bag. But for him to get in his bag, he needs buy-in from everybody. And I think AJ needs to be that person to be a buy for the buy-in. And at the end of the day, too, going on this whole AJ talk too, you a captain, bro. You a captain. Come on now.
AJ got a C on his jersey?
Yeah, you a captain.
Oh, yeah.
You a captain.
Yeah.
Captain shouldn't be like I get it. Like I think don't they have like some leadership meeting or something like that they have where they
Listen,
can talk like
listen, I am sure that these dudes, these cats done got together at some point, maybe even today.
yeah.
It could have been last night. It could have because they off today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they got with each other. They on the group chat or did a group FaceTime or whatever. But I'm sure these cats talking to each other.
And,
Okay.
and Leo, to add to that, what is what are phrases Nick Sirianni has used throughout the season? What are phrases that he's used?
That's why I love this year's phrase. Contribution over credit.
Why are we not doing that?
I think that's I think that's what's happening right now. I think we're in it. I think we're in the midst of it. Give it some time. I think
Like
we're in the midst of it. I think it's happening. We're in it now.
contribution over credit. So why
Yep.
are we getting upset when we win in the game, but you didn't get the passing yards that you wanted?
because you're human still. You
You're
got
definitely humans, but
you still got to. Hey, listen, I think they will. I think they will. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, contribution over credit was to me was like it feels like Nick seen this coming.
I think Nick is about culture at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick is, and I don't know if you knew this about Nick, but apparently his high school team was known for going undefeated and winning multiple championships. And the reason for that is because of the head coach that they had. So a lot of
One second.
things that Nick brings into that locker room is a lot of characteristics that he had with his high school team when they winning those championships. So,
Hi, Mr. Warren.
hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
All right.
Nice.
Go you can't be in here with me. So.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm just thinking we need AJ to get the buy-in, and I think this is the best way to get that buy-in from him.
Couldn't have come at I think it couldn't have come at a more opportune time. Week 5,
We'll definitely see how we compare against the Giants, because Cam Scatterboo is as crazy as he plays. You know they're gonna give us their best too. You know they're gonna.
We're listen, dog. In the minds of everybody we're playing, right? Everybody this year thinks they are playing last year's team.
Mm-hmm.
That's who they think we are. They think we that. They really think we them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who, like in their mind, that's who they're doing. And again, some of these teams actually got legit beefs against us.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams had legit beef.
And Jackson Dart, you know who Jackson Dart said he plays his game like. He said Jalen Hurts. Yeah. So we gonna see that. And he might be a little starstruck.
And got his old coach with him.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So we definitely gonna see how this game is gonna be. The fact that it's a division game, I can never underestimate them. But you also got to remember the way that the Eagles play. We do tend to play down to our competition at times.
And which is why I said this game couldn't have come at a better time. The loss and everything, because you know what I'm saying, like look, what we do know is that we need to hurry up and get this off of us. And what better of a game to have it with than a team that has a hellacious defensive line. You know what I'm saying? And a quarterback and a running back who believe. You know what I'm saying? You know, ordinarily I would call this game a tune-up game as well. We need to get our minds right. You know what I'm saying? This is a team who ain't afraid to touch the merchandise.
I look at it as a rebound game.
Exactly. That's why I said tune-up.
We got to come back from what we had.
Yeah.
Though the loss was only by 4 points. Like anybody that watched that Bills and Patriots game,
they lost by 3.
It was the same way.
Yeah.
Like, when you really think about it, it was the same way. Yeah. Me and Scott the game was about to start, and I told Scott, I was like, I have a feeling that the Patriots are going to beat the Bills. They're in the same division. Nobody's really looking at the Patriots like that. They first time in prime time in a very long time.
All facts.
Yeah, they came in ready to execute.
All facts. And the wild part is that they actually, if you look at the way Buffalo was playing and everything like that, first of all, I still think it's going to be Buffalo, Philadelphia for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you look at the road to the Super Bowl in the AFC, it is literally set up for Buffalo. Yeah. Even with last night's loss against New England. You know what I'm saying? The two undefeated teams and their losses still look good.
Yeah, and this is around that team to where right now we're at that phase to where we're seeing the product now based off of the draft and based off trades. Yeah. We're starting to see the product. Yeah. So Drake May is no slouch. We know that Bo Nix is no slouch.
Yeah.
That's we know that whenever they play those two type of quarterbacks, you can't sleep on them. Somebody like the Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
they got Lamar Jackson, but their secondary is not that good. So we all kind of seeing a little bit of what these teams are doing. Um, I think
Sorry about that, dog.
no, you good. I think we're in the middle of just seeing all the moves that were made in the offseason, and just now they're coming in line now. Now my question with the Denver Broncos and the Patriots, you knocked off the top teams.
Mm-hmm.
Can you keep doing that?
No.
Can you be consistent with that?
No.
That's
This
where
this
the question lies.
is as they said last night. The Broncos got their signature win.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots got their signature win. That's it. It was just a signature win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. Are you going to be consistent with it,
No,
or are we just happy?
No, look, they gave the Super Bowl champs their best punch and won. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, if we were to see, if they know damn well if they had to see us again, you know what I'm saying, in the Super Bowl, because that's the only time they would see us again in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, actually, here's a better way of putting it. Okay, we lost last night. We lost yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you had to choose between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles and going to the Super Bowl, who would you go with, even after last night?
Oh, everybody's still choosing the Eagles, just like
All right, there you go. That tells you all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it's the same game. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was a loss, but hey, maybe it was a loss that the Bills had to kind of tighten up.
Yeah.
We gotta.
Yeah, because we were supposed to win that game.
We
at home.
One thing that I will say though too that is hurting us and is self-destructing us are these penalties though. These penalties are like we can blame the refs all day, but we put ourselves in situations to where the refs have no say so. The refs don't vary if we win the game. That's the way we used to put ourselves. But we've made a lot like Zach Bond going in after that. Like, when have you ever seen Zach Bond?
That was very uncharacteristic of him. You know what I'm saying? I said that was very uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, so I'm like seeing those things.
Yeah, that was you know, like, yo, you're supposed to be smarter than that, dog. You and you the oldest one on the defense.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of those things. Jalen Carter played clean. He didn't get any issues this game. That's good. Right. But maybe it's because he's just hurt to where he's like, I'm too hurt to be trying to do anything stupid right now.
Or he might have learned a lesson.
Yeah, definitely. You got Coop.
Just learned the lesson.
Coop did good too. Coop did good. Quinyon did well. Ringo even did well. Like I said, everybody, the defense did their job, but it does get to a point to where punt after punt after punt after punt. Like, I looked it up. So we punted 7 times this game. The Broncos punted 7 times as well. But the only thing is the Broncos had the ball longer. The Eagles from 2024, and when we got a lead like that by 14, we're running the clock up. Mm-hmm. We didn't do that this time. Why didn't we run the clock up? Because we focusing on the passing game. So it's almost like, did we kind of treat the Broncos like our extra practice where we just throwing the ball on teams right now? Like, is that what we
Niners
did?
all damn day, 5 times. Barkley has sucked this year and is hurt. Yikes. See what I'm saying?
They love it right now. They loving it right now.
Like, hey, listen. It like right now, it's not fun. It has not been fun being a Niners, fan, especially in the last few decades because they've gotten so close and just for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, right? Here's the problem. The San Francisco 49ers are cursed. Until they do right by Colin Kaepernick, because Colin did the Sealy thing from The Color Purple. Everything you done did to me, I done did to you. Until you do right by me, everything you do gonna crumble. That's the problem. Until they do right by Colin Kaepernick, everything they do gonna crumble. They are cursed. Okay, there you go. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You were already messed up for 20 some odd years before Colin Kaepernick, and y'all ain't been right since. And listen, you got a kid on your team, Jair Brown. They call him Tig. He's from my hometown. He went to my high school too. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, right now, I just don't foresee, again, another organization that,
I just feel like when it comes to the 49ers, just focus on your division.
Their window of opportunity is closed on them. It's closing.
Yeah. But like I said, just focus on your division when it comes to that stuff. Mm-hmm. We ain't even playing them this season. I can see if we were playing them or anything like that. Just focus. Once
again, remember I said we're breathing a different air, right? Let me give you another example. If you're a 49ers fan, if you are a Green Bay Packers fan, if you are someone, outside of NFC East, you really don't have the bandwidth to be paying attention to what we're doing. Like, shit on your team is so you see what I'm saying? You got very real issues. Like, you should not know what's happening with the Philadelphia Eagles. You shouldn't know to this extent, because you got too much shit going on in your own house to know what's going on in my house. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone, like, you see how all these people are telling us about our team. They are telling us about our team. You understand what I'm saying? Because and the thing is that because their teams are so shitty right now,
they have nobody else.
They have nothing else. Like, this is they are all, by definition, textbook examples of hurt people. That's what this is. This is hurt people wanting to hurt people. Misery loves company. And listen, I've said it a couple of times. This loss was against a non-conference opponent.
Yeah.
Okay. This doesn't even affect us in the conference. We're still undefeated in the NFC. We still have
comes in, still somebody thinks they can come knock us off.
Yeah.
Like, the only team that I truly want to see before the bye is this Vikings team. I do want to see how we compare with the Vikings. Of course, I do think it's going to be a W, but we need to see how this offense plays.
If Carson is still at the helm,
secondary.
If Carson is still at the helm, all you have to do is hit him.
No, McCarthy's actually coming back. McCarthy
he'll be back? Okay, yeah. All right, because Carson got that bitch assness in him.
Yeah, I think at the end they said that McCarthy should be coming back that'll be his first game back.
So then the matchup is really going to be Quinyon Mitchell and Justin Jefferson.
That's
the matchup right there.
They
got Quinyon
and Addison on Ringo. Well, Ringo on Addison.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And mind you, you know what I'm saying. The question mark on in the secondary, you can actually give it help. You know what I'm saying. You can actually give it help. You can afford to do that.
Well, we'll have Nakobe Dean back by then. And one thing that people still sleep on, our linebackers, they drop back. They're not just staying where they are. They don't mind dropping back. So
Jahad Campbell got an interception in the end zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got an interception in the end zone. Our linebackers can cover the.
Do you want Campbell to be a rusher? Because if they put him on edge, if they put Campbell on edge, he can still drop back if necessary.
Yeah, I like his athleticism.
Well, he's versatile, and
Yeah, that's
that
my
was
point. Yeah,
that was their whole point into this draft.
and Zach is
They wanted to
equally as
bring in, they
versatile,
wanted them to be versatile.
and Zach Bond is equally as athletic. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He gonna, you know. So then you figure out a way to get Nakobe Dean in on that.
yeah.
If you can get all three of them on the field at one time,
Because I do still feel like Nakobe Dean is still the leader of that team, even though Zach Bond has done a great job taking over the defense. That's Nakobe Dean's defense at the end of the day. Like, even though he's coming up on a contract and all that, that's still his defense.
well,
So
yeah, because of them Georgia boys thing. You know
yeah,
what
like
I mean? That's the thing. That's like Zach know that, but is Zach going to be ready to give up the reins? You see what I'm saying?
I think Zach knows his place at the end of the day. Like, you got to think about it. Like, Zach took this over after that Packers game. After that Packers game over, and actually Zach Bond was more effective when Nakobe Dean was playing linebacker. He was more effective. He was able. He was just more effective at the end of the day. That's what people are forgetting, how impactful he was. I don't think that if you were to not have Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond was to start his first year at middle linebacker like that, he wouldn't be as effective. I think that's with his chemistry with Nakobe. But yeah, I think this defense is only going to get better. We never worry about defense just because they make a mistake and they come back from it. That's because Fangio holds them accountable. But that goes back to my question. I know you said that this team is policing each other, but do you truly feel like this offensive side of the ball, there's accountability?
I do, and I think it's more, but I think it's going to be in-house.
Okay, and as it should be because of media reasons.
Yep, I even think that the way some members of the team have gone to express it, the manner in which they've gone to express things, and the whole 9 yards is still what it's unless the way they chose to do it this way was a lesson they learned from last year. Remember, somebody in the media asked, say, AJ a question like, if you had to name something in terms of issues with the offense, what would it be? He'd be like, passing. And then next thing you know, everyone turned it into, oh my God, AJ's unhappy. He's critiquing and da 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 da. I mean, it turned into like, it was like, damn, all I said was passing. That's all I said.
Exactly.
You know but they turned it.
They ran with it. But but that's where I'm at. Like, and this is the thing too. AJ Brown, when he went in college, he majored in journalism, so he knows what they're trying to do when they put all this stuff out. So the fact that he knows that and he's still doing it, maybe this is him saying, all right, y'all don't want to listen to me in the locker room or in the office. Let me put something out and let everybody start talking about it and make it become a thing. And I think that's where the controversy starts. And then it's like, all right, AJ, we heard you. We listened to you. Let's do it. Let's play it the way that you want to play it. And we'll see. We got the Denver Broncos. Perfect game to do it on. Let's try it. Let's see how it works. But here's the challenge. This secondary on the Broncos is a good secondary. This whole game didn't make me question Jalen Hurts.
No. His lack of effort made them look even better than what they were.
Exactly.
That was the problem. And here's the thing. You could almost say the same could be said for Devontae. Again, you know what I'm saying? Just in little small things in terms of how they was, again, because I'm still stuck on the whole illegal procedure when you didn't get yourself set. You see what I'm saying? Being lazy about the shit. You know what I'm saying? That took that, like, that could have been like there was a number of self-inflicted wounds. You see what I'm saying? So it's those self-inflicted wounds that are going to be scrutinized, magnified, and turned into something. Like, I keep saying, I'm listening to, like, you see how other fan bases are talking about it, and it's like, damn, they are actually trying to manufacture controversy. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what they have to do. But that's also why
again self-inflicted
games as well.
Yeah, self-inflicted because it happened in front of the whole world, the whole 9 yards, and everyone saw it. But at the same time, I still go back to, like, especially for those divisional opponent fan bases. What really irritates me the most about them is that year after year, they keep acting like they don't know who this team is. One thing I never do when it comes to a divisional opponent is I never pretend like I don't know who these people are. You understand what I'm saying? I don't pretend like I didn't see what happened the year before that, the year before that. Like, you know how they like to you know how, like, Cowboy fans like to remind us that they went 12-5 3 years in a row and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I remember that too. So I don't pretend like I don't know who this team is. You know what I'm saying? But they do. You know what I'm saying? They do. It's like, what are you talking? Like, because I always look at them like, what are y'all doing? Y'all know us. I know you. Stop acting like you don't know who we are. Stop acting like we don't do this shit every year. Every year.
I think that's why I said it's really hard to argue with some teams that
Right.
aren't making it to the playoffs on a consistent level.
Right. Like, just like
So
listen.
the things that the conversations that we're having, Leo, these are conversations that we're seeing that are on notice that we know can eventually go away to be ready for the playoffs. We will draw concern for these issues if we still have them going into the playoffs. But knowing this team, knowing the culture, knowing the pedigree of this team, something's going to get fixed.
Which is why they talk. Which is why, if you think about it, like right now, they would like nothing more than to ruin a season, to make sure that we don't repeat as Super Bowl champions and all that shit. It could be the worst thing ever for them, right?
I'm pretty sure people felt like that with the Chiefs too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they felt like that with the Patriots.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But but here's the thing. There were times with New England, and there is a sentiment that I feel now that I remember feeling with New England and with Kansas City. And that sentiment was, you know what I'm saying, after they won the Super Bowl, you kind of knew they're going to go do it again. You kind of knew they was going to do it again, especially if the main characters were coming back. Same head coach, same quarterback, same wide receiver, you know, just few of the same people. You see what I'm saying? Because the character, a lot of times the cast changes a lot, but there are still some core people. Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes. They had Tyreek Hill at one point, and now they got and they had a
core group of people there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They had a core group, you know what I'm saying? But they consistently made it back to the Super Bowl, and people knew that they would do it, right?
We're just at that stage right
now.
That's
that feeling I have with this team.
We're trying to still identify our core group. And with identifying them, a lot of the things that we're taking into consideration is the personnel.
Bro,
I 100% believe Devontae will retire an Eagle.
I think so too. Do
you think AJ Brown will retire an Eagle?
You know what? I'll say this. At the end of the day, because the good news is that we have people in the front office who were here during the TO days, who actually lived it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure from their perspective, this is the light considering. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think there's any frustration towards AJ within the front office. I really don't.
I don't think there's frustration in the front office either.
I think he will be here, and I also think that he will be here longer than people expect him to. And
really?
the only reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, he's still a productive receiver. He gave us 1,000 yards last year.
I think
and here's the thing: his next contract, it's not going to be big. He's not going to get enough. It's not going to be as big. It's going to be market value.
So let me throw a scenario out with you. This is only a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
let's say end of the season, Super Bowl, whatever we get. Would you, if you were the GM, would you be willing? So let's think about it. You got Minchie, you got Dotson, you
Uh-huh.
got baby AJ. You got them all sitting there, wide receivers.
Uh-huh.
And the thing that's different from them, from AJ, they're hungrier. They're more hungry to make sure to get themselves out there. AJ's got his name out already. Everybody knows who AJ is. But you got these other receivers that are hungry right now. Mind that. If you were to trade AJ to get an elite tight end while keeping Dallas Goedert, would you be okay with that? And
No.
making Smitty the wide receiver one?
No, because of the dead money cap hit.
Well, I'm saying like that money. I get that. With the
Right.
cap though,
Yeah.
if you know how he works, like we saw what he did with Carson Wentz, bro. So
Yeah,
we
we also
he
saw
can
what
make
he
it work.
but if it was for the same reasons is why we still kept James Bradbury.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
in
did
that
James
situation.
Bradbury.
We're in a James Bradbury type of situation right now with AJ. The only difference is that AJ is much more productive in those years. You know what I'm saying? We got to pay big money, but at least when we do go to him, when we do use him, and we will, and it'll get better. We know that he's much more productive. We'll get much more out of him than
And
we
the
did
only
with
way
James
that'll work is
Bradbury.
if
People forgot
another
he was
team
on the
is
team
willing to
last
take
year.
his pay. If
Huh?
another team is willing to take his pay, it can work.
Yeah, but why? When we know it will work with him, we got like
No.
we
I'm saying I'm throwing a scenario. That's it.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like no, because I know what I got with this guy. You know what I'm
But
saying?
do you feel like AJ's production has gotten better, or that it's slowed down?
No, I think it's got since he came to the Philadelphia Eagles. Look at
Yeah,
his
his
numbers.
2022 year,
Yeah.
then his 2023 year. You got 2024, and then you're looking at where he's at now. He's on pace right now to not even get 1,000 yards by the end of the season.
But that's not entirely his fault.
That's not entirely his fault, but as a wide receiver, you want the ball. Like,
I don't know. I don't listen. I don't think him wanting the ball like he says he does. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I like that he wants
There's
that.
nothing wrong with it, and I don't think it's just him that's wanting the ball. I think when he's saying that, he's saying we need to balance it. I think he's wanting balance in the play game.
I think he said it with the same reverence when he said passing last year.
Yeah. So I'm saying that the way that he is, he's already solidified right now as a top wide receiver, as a top 10 wide receiver. If there's a team that sees him and says, "Hey, we'll take AJ Brown and we'll give you," I'll use the Raiders, and they said, "We'll give you Brock Bowers." You wouldn't take that?
No, because I'm gonna have to pay Brock Powers. I'm gonna have to pay him when I got enough draft picks over the next couple of years that I can find me a serviceable tight end in the draft. I got that. I got the draft capital for that.
So, who's a tight? They got Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland that came out this year. Tyler Warren's
and I could potentially get me a tight end that's going to be a contributor on their rookie contract.
So you saying tight? So I was looking at a cornerback in the draft.
I can get that too. Look, bro, do you know how many picks we got?
We got 20 picks, but I'm saying though, like we can use those, but at the end of the day, if AJ continues to cause issues, I'm not saying that he will, but I'm just saying in a scenario, because anything can happen, especially with Howie Roseman. Anything can happen.
But I don't think
one of the biggest things is having to let players go when they're still at a peak level, but you see it going down. That's one of the hard.
Listen. I will listen to everything. Okay, I will listen to everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I'm adverse to listening to a trade offer, but it's got to really blow me out the water.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And if you're telling me, Brock Bowers. No, because I'm gonna have to pay him. You know what I'm saying?
What you paid AJ though?
Yeah, AJ's already paid for.
If you let the Raiders take his pay, and then we know we got Brock Bowers, and we can still work out a deal with him.
No, or I can just draft me a younger, more athletic tight end in the draft, and let him sit behind Dallas or come in and take over because we only got Dallas for one more year.
Yeah,
this year, that's it.
I feel like Dallas would take a team-friendly contract.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Jalen. This is the reason why I asked that question. The way that Jalen's play style is, I think if we had 2 tight ends, we could be a lot more effective.
Well,
and that's why I say that. We could be a lot more effective if we had 2 strong tight ends. Calcaterra is good. He's really good, but his issue is he doesn't block as well as Dallas Goedert.
Dallas came in right after Zach Ertz, who learned from Brent Selleck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've always had this is the first time where I haven't seen as smooth of a transition from tight end and since Brent Selleck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now it's like, oh, okay. But at the same time, I'm also looking at, God damn, we got a lot of draft capital.
No, we do. And we
so
utilize that other ways too. We can definitely
we could flush everything and start and literally start anew if we wanted to.
And I'm looking at the draft picks, and the only draft picks that we picked that was truly effective was our first round and our second round. Everybody else that we picked, we either released them, let them go, or they're like Ty Robinson. I was high on Ty Robinson.
The vanilla gorilla,
he's not even dressing out on games.
But that don't mean that because he's not good.
No, that doesn't mean he's not good. But what I'm saying is he's a development piece. We want somebody to go right in and kind of just take over.
But do we actually need that right now? Right now?
For Ty Robinson? No, we don't need that.
Yeah,
right now. I'm
exactly.
talking about the offensive side.
Aren't these some really nice problems to have? Especially
I like having those problems.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's never the defense that I'm worried about. It's the offensive side.
Well,
so that's what I'm saying. If we were able to bring in a solidified tight end that we know is going to give us production, I think that changes up the game plan. I think it also helps Jalen out a lot more because this whole game plan works around Jalen.
Yes.
It works around Jalen. So if we can play towards his strengths, which I think can be the tight end, maybe that's something to think about.
Isn't it nice to have the draft capital to be able to do that?
Yeah, you have the draft capital in case you want to pick somebody up. Hey, you can
then look at
some type of trade for.
And listen. Like I have full confidence that Johnny Wilson will be back just as strong as ever.
You can't forget about Johnny. And see, so Johnny Wilson is actually a better blocker than Calcaterra.
See what I'm saying?
Was out, and I'm glad you brought that up. So look at all these other wide receivers that we have. Look at all these wide receivers that we got just sitting. This is the best wide receiver core that we've had in a long time.
Absolutely. And look at our practice squad too.
They're limited though.
Look who on our practice squad.
Because we have a wide receiver right now that wants the ball, not wants the ball, but he's causing issues. Then when we put him in a position to take advantage of the game and that opportunity, he doesn't do it.
He didn't do it one time. It's not a characteristic of his to be.
Do you think John Mechie would have jumped up would have put in more effort for that catch?
Absolutely, because John Mechie he's hungrier than AJ right now.
Do you think AJ would have put up more effort for that catch?
Huh?
Maybe AJ would have put up more effort for that catch.
Absolutely.
Dotson.
Absolutely.
Johnny Wilson.
Absolutely.
Okay, so why do we have somebody on the team that's not putting in any effort?
Because none of them are AJ Brown.
At the end of the day, none of them are AJ Brown, but that's what makes our offense so easy. If Jalen had better chemistry with these other wide receivers, now we don't know who the ball is going to. Now you're making the game plan more confusing because it's not just, oh, it's either going to AJ or Smitty. I think I'm looking at
I
it
did
as
not
we
realize you
got
were
these
this
wide
tough.
receivers sitting here. We're not even using them, bro. We're not even using.
Warren, I swear, I had no idea you were this tough. I had no idea. I never figured you. I
What
never,
you mean?
bro. You like on a real dog. You sound like you. You sound like the. You sound like the like either a platoon sergeant or or XO. That's who you sound like right now. You know
Hey,
what
I'm
I'm saying?
just
I
being
feel
real,
like,
bro.
yeah, you scaring the shit out of me right now. I'm like, damn, Warren. I didn't realize you were this tough, bro.
I'm
I
just saying,
respect
bro. You
it though.
really got when you sit back and you really think about it. We got people sitting here that are more hungry
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
want it more, and we're wasting it on somebody that Nick Sirianni has to go and explain.
Well, here I'll say this. I'm always like, all right, you show this again. This is where the quick turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching your body. I'm watching his body language on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not reading
I wouldn't even
anybody's.
watch body language, bro, because like AJ's one of those people. He can look mad when he's just thinking. I feel like you can't do that when it comes to AJ because at the same time, like when Saquon scored that touchdown, AJ was the first one to have his hands up celebrating.
Uh-huh.
He was the first one. You can't. So it's like you can't go based off of that. I'm going based off of what he's doing after the game is over. When the game is over, how are you reacting to this win? Why are you not reacting like this to a loss? You quiet now. Have you seen the tweet?
Well, hey, could it be as simple as embarrassment, disappointment in himself? You know what I'm saying? Seriously, could it be? Is it is it that far out of the realm of possibilities that that's what it could be? He needs an opportunity to resolve that amongst himself because the tape don't lie. They're all off today, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like he ain't watched it by himself yet. He's seen it. You know what I'm saying? The tape don't lie. Nobody needs to say anything. It's obvious. So what do
Yeah.
you say? You know
And
what I'm
at
saying?
the end of the day, I'm gonna make this statement. I am not saying we need to get rid of AJ Brown, but I'm saying as a person that's been in charge of
See, and then
as a
look,
person
see,
that's been
they
in charge
doing
of
it.
people,
Look,
there are
Mark
people that sometimes at the end of the day they are good, but they cause issues that can detriment the
Wait,
culture you have in the room.
look at what Marcus wrote. AJ Brown is destroying the locker room with his constant whining. He
It's
is
not
not
whining.
constantly
Yeah, it's not
whining.
constantly whining. No,
It's not a constant thing. He's not
it's
always in the
what it is.
press.
Is he's the way he's voicing out his opinion. Don't voice it to us. We can't do nothing about it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think I think he's using a very public medium and sending messages to a specific few. The difference is that he just doesn't put an address on it, and it's bugging everybody out. I don't think he's talking. I don't think he's talking to us.
Who
When
do
he
you think
says
he's
he think
talking to, Rio?
I think he's talking to somebody on the coach. I think somebody either in the coaching staff or in the front office,
So in the
and that's
front,
how you do it.
think
That's
it's
how he does it.
who could it be in the front?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't like. Here's the thing, and I've been saying this for a while now. We are still not far enough out yet to find out what actually happened in 23.
I don't think we're gonna find that out.
I don't think we're far enough out yet. I
But you
think
gotta
guys are
remember
gonna have
how long did it take for the last dance to come out for the Chicago Bulls?
that was 30 something. That was 30 years.
I think it's gonna take a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever it is, because this story, because remember now, we are in right now, we are currently in we're in the beginning of the golden years of Philadelphia Eagles football. And that starts with the year we went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Yeah.
That's when it starts. You see what I'm saying? That's when the golden era began. You know what I'm saying? And that was when Chiefs Kingdom was on its was at its height and coming back down and on its way down.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And so now, and it ended with, you if you think about it, it ended with the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead. That
Mhm.
was the changeover right there. That was when it was sunset on Chiefs Kingdom, sunrise fully on the Eagles, and we're in the midst of it all.
Yeah.
Are we?
And you can
Perfect?
simply just tell, like, look at how many primetime games we have. Like,
No,
the
what you can
Eagles are
do
in
is you can
constant.
do it even better.
We
You can,
the Eagles make not NBC, but ESPN, all those networks, they make them money based off viewerships. Because believe it or not, Eagle fan base is growing. Unlike other teams, the fan base is growing.
yeah, yeah.
Because the thing is, you're seeing young kids that are parents are Cowboy fans watching Jalen Hurts and watching all these players play, and they say, I like Jalen Hurts. No, you're a Cowboys fan. You should like Dak Prescott. No, I like.
No, they like Jalen Hurts is starting to become an enigma, a thing. Look
So
at
that's
what he's
what
doing.
I'm
Yeah,
saying. So that's why I said our fan base is growing. As our
yeah,
fan base is growing, people are watching
yeah,
what the
yeah,
Eagles are going to do next.
yeah, yeah,
Nobody's
yep,
watching what the 49ers are going to do next.
yeah, yeah,
Nobody's watching that.
yeah.
Like the only reason why the Cowboys are even doing that is just truly because Jerry Jones is putting in money, and you got to do the right thing by the person that got Fox to where it is, and you gotta pay homage to it. That's the only reason why. But
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but going back to what I was saying, at the end of the day, I truly think that this team is going up and down, and it's drawn the media crazy. It's still not as big as last year with the Brandon Graham thing.
No, no. But remember,
It's still not like that yet.
this is just week 5,
Yeah, it's still not like that yet.
no,
But at
no.
the end of the day, we see the issues way too early, and I think we're concerned with the amount of issues that we're seeing, the amount of penalties that we're seeing. We're seeing our O line, which we haven't seen in a very long time, not be a top 5 O line. We haven't seen.
As of yet,
I think I think this O line isn't going to get back to where it needs to be unless they do some type of trade or this bye week, or Nick just makes that ultimate decision and just says, we're resting these linemen. We're going to play the game, but we're going to rest everybody. They need rest. That's what it is.
well, that's why I'm glad we have a quick turnaround and they get this 10-day, this mini buy.
That 10-day might help. That 10-day
Yeah.
might help.
This is like we get through Thursday. It's a mini buy. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody can come back and we can, you know what I'm saying, we'll have something to build on. But what I will tell you is that, you know, if you just take a moment and look at the schedule, you know what I'm saying, from here on out, okay? Let me pull this up. Okay, so from here on out, okay, we have the Giants, okay, that's week 6, and then in New York, and then we have to go, and then we go right out to Minnesota, you know what I'm saying, and then we come back home, and it's the Giants again, and then that's the bye. You know what I'm saying? We could easily be 7-1 going into the bye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then we got a Green
when
Bay.
I look at
next, right?
when I look at the rest of this, when I look at the rest of the team, the teams that we will be facing going, you know, throughout the rest of for the rest of the season after the bye, these are teams that have gotten good, okay, this past off season for in their own rights. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? They are still not better than us.
No,
Okay.
just because a
Period.
lot of these teams, we don't even have to play
Not
to
even
our peak.
Detroit.
Just simply beat them off talent.
Yeah, not even Detroit. Detroit is not better than us. They're comparable, but they're not better than us. Okay. They're still going through their things too.
Mm.
You know, and I'll take the pick. I'll take the Pepsi challenge on that all day. You know,
Yeah.
I think Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? I don't think this is week 17. We may not even see Buffalo again. Another non-conference game for a team who probably week 17, week 18 will be looking to rest their starters and try to get them ready for the playoffs.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? Week 18, because week 16 and week 18, it's Washington, it's the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta do the same thing with them that we doing with the Giants. We play them 1 week, the next week we play somebody else, and then the following week after that we play them again. Not to mention we got Dallas in week 12. Come on, man. Come on.
I think
regardless
Dallas is just going to simply be food come that time.
Yeah, I think Marcus, we will. Like, listen, this team is a Ferrari right now. Okay, we brought back 10 of 11 starters from a Super Bowl offense. Okay, do you realize how fucking crazy that is? You know what I'm saying? And all we did was just add more depth. You know what I'm saying? This offense, as it's currently constructed, is built so that there is a succession plan. And this is where I'm going with this when it comes to AJ. It's just when AJ is gone, whenever that is, it has to fit the succession plan. I think they're planning for it anyway. Just like they plan for it with Jason Kelce. Just like they're planning for it with Lane Johnson. I think that there's and to be even more frank, I think that when Jalen Hurts is no longer playing football and retires, because I think he's going to retire Philadelphia Eagle as well, I think we'll have caught the Dallas Cowboys in number of Super Bowls fucking with this dude. If we keep doing right by this guy and giving him the things that he needs, and if we could just find an offensive coordinator who works well with him and decides to stay here for a few more years, like successive years, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm really looking forward to.
You know what I think? You know what I think it is with that? And it's adding to what you're saying. So we had Jonathan Gannon. Then we had Sean Desai. It didn't work.
Brian Johnson.
No, just on the defensive side.
Oh yeah.
We had them, but at the end of the day, there was a certain scheme that we were trying to play like, and that was Vic Fangio. We're like all those.
He was a consultant for us.
Huh?
He consulted for 22
with Gannon. So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, he was the guy that we really wanted. We just didn't get him because the Dolphins got him first. I think that the best offensive coordinator that the Eagles can bring in right now,
Frank Reich,
and we will get the best of Jalen Hurts would be Frank Reich. Nick Sirianni has that relationship with him already. He highly respects him. I know you remember that Colts game where he flicked off the Colts because they let him go. I think if you bring Frank Reich in, it's going to open it up for Jalen Hurts to where he can be the quarterback. I think Frank Reich is one of the only coordinators that be more like Shane Steichen and work based off of his strengths and not his weaknesses.
They need to bring in someone that Jalen Hurts would go to get advice.
Have those conversations with.
Kevin Patullo is not someone that Jalen Hurts would seek out for.
I think
like he did Wink Martindale.
Somebody who AJ would go and seek out to.
Yeah, but I know I'm just saying in development, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And so and so not just Frank Wright. You know who else outside of Frank Wright I would go get?
Who?
Fucking go get BA. Go bring him, go get Bruce Arians, go get him and bring him here. You know what I'm saying? Or go get or go get what's his name? The black quarterback from Tampa.
Leftwich?
Yep, Brian Leftwich. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another quarterback.
The reason why I said Frank Wright is because Frank Wright wanted to come back to the Eagles. And we need somebody that's going to come in and they're not looking for a head coach job.
Yeah, Vic Fangio said this is the last stop for him.
Yeah, we
just
need
wanted to be
somebody
there.
with that type of mentality of I'm not planning on going anywhere else.
Yeah, I think he said he wanted to be near his daughter and his grandkids.
Yeah, he's a huge Phillies fan.
Yeah,
so he every time in the press conference he brings up the Phillies. So like we bring somebody in like that.
Yeah, somebody that has that's not planning to leave.
Yeah, that's
all I need.
You can invest in that person.
Yeah,
and it also lets Jalen know, hey, this person isn't going anywhere.
Right. So we got that on defense. Now we need that on offense.
That's truly what we're missing. But the reason why we had to go through all this is because we have a head coach that is not a good play caller. That answers to why we had to go through all this for almost 5 years. Mm-hmm. It's because we have a head coach that he's offensive minded, but he's not a good play caller. So Frank Wright would be that guy. I even like Byron Leftwich, but we don't know what Byron Leftwich's intentions are. We don't know if he's planning on wanting to be a head coach.
That's the problem. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Which is, again, why I don't have a problem with bringing in Bruce Arians. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at what he did with Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, god damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's kind of hard it would be hard for an offensive coordinator too, because think about it. Jalen plays a certain type of way. So you got to have somebody that's going to embrace that. Not somebody that says, because when you really think about it, Kellen Moore didn't really embrace the way that Jalen Hurts plays. He just said, let's just run the ball at the end of the day. Like he made everything run the ball. A.J. Brown and Devontae being hurt didn't help with that either. So like it was too many issues that happened with that. But yeah, I think Frank Wright is the next guy. Hopefully, like the way Kevin Patullo is playing right now, I don't think he's gonna be getting a head coaching job anytime soon.
No. He'll be here for a few years by default. I mean, even if they were to win the Super Bowl, it's still with. I don't think he'd get a head coaching look. He might get an interview, but I don't think anybody would take him.
Frank Wright isn't with a team right now, too, right?
He's in college.
Oh, he is? Okay.
I think he's in college. Yeah, I think he's in the college. Hey, Linda, no embarrassment getting beat by the Broncos. They have a great defense. No, ain't nobody. AJ Brown will be flipping at Arby's in a year. Marcus. Yeah, you see, Marcus just.
Hey, as Marcus, my question is this for you. I don't know how old Dak is, but how long do y'all plan on keeping Dak? I'm just curious.
I'm not. I hope they keep him forever. I hope nothing changes with them.
Yeah, I'm just curious. As a Cowboys fan, how long do you want to keep Dak for? Do you want somebody to be behind him to take on his role soon, or do you want to just keep Dak?
They don't even have that. They don't have that. They don't even have a succession plan for Dak. They keep talking about Archie Manning.
Archie Manning already said he's staying in for two more years. Like he's playing out to his senior year, so he's not going anywhere.
Well, if you look at Dak,
and he's not playing the Archie Manning that everybody hyped him up to be.
Well, if you look at the way Dak's contract is structured, you know what I'm saying? when Arch is available is around the time coming in when Dak will be up. It hits right if you think about
Well, I look at it like this: if Archie Manning is going to play like the way he is now, and y'all want him, bet. Bet.
Hey, listen, I can't empathize with that right now. All I
Yeah.
know is that
I'm just curious because, like, at the end of
Yeah.
the day, looking at Jalen, and I'm like, we'll probably have Jalen for like another 8, maybe 10 years. We might keep him for a while if he doesn't start to slow down and you start seeing those different traits. You know what I mean? Like, but
this is year 6.
I don't think Jalen is built like that, and I truly think Jalen's real objective is he wants to be a coach. That's my thought process,
I think so too.
and I think that's where he wants to go with that. But
I think so too.
I know we getting a little bit off topic, but at the end of the day, like I do like the way Jalen played this game.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish the run game could be more effective. The run game is not explosive. It's not as effective as it was last season.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to figure that out. Is Saquon not as hungry as he was last year? We haven't asked that question either.
I don't think it's a question that needs to be asked. I think he's right where he needs to be. I don't think that he's not hungry. It's not him. I really don't. I don't think that he's not hungry. I think that the offensive line is not being utilized correctly. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, not saying that they're not good, because again, look at how much time Jalen had to throw. How many times could Jalen fix a shower and drink tea before he had to throw the ball?
Mm-hmm.
They was giving him all kinds of time to throw the ball. And he did, obviously. Look at the yardage. No interceptions. 280-something yards.
200
38
yards, 100 passer rating.
Yeah, 100 passer rating.
He
0
did,
interceptions.
He did what everybody he was doing, what people said he can't do. And my thing is he did it with no turnovers, which I think is the most impressive part. Because you can throw like crazy. If you get turnovers, like now you just being silly.
So we like you want to see Jalen do those are what you would call numbers you would want to see from someone who's going to be an MVP.
And then as we've been talking too, I'm thinking about it like this. Do you feel like that needed to happen for Jalen too? Because at the end of the day, Jalen does seem hesitant at times with throwing the ball as a way for him to just let it loose. Just rip it. Just rip it. Just rip the ball so you can get more comfortable.
Listen, AJ got targeted 8 times and had 5 catches for 43. Okay.
What about Devontae?
10 targets and 8 catches for 114. Saquon.
Dotson had one too, didn't he? And they called that back.
Jahan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he had 3. He was targeted 3 times, and he's credited with just 1 catch with 24 yards. He had that long one. And then,
but they called one back on him though too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're right. Dallas got it. Yeah, he had 3 catch. He got targeted 9 times and only caught 3 of them, and he only had 19 yards. You know what I'm saying? Grant Calcaterra was targeted twice and had 2 catches for 18 yards. Will Shipley was targeted goddamn, like this motherfucker was. Do you hear these numbers?
That's what I'm saying.
Targets. People were just he was throwing at he threw to everybody.
He made sure everybody
got it. Everybody got it.
I feel like it's almost like throw the ball. Just throw it. Just like whatever hesitation you have, just go for it. Just go for it. And him looking at those numbers, 280 yards, 100-yard passer rating, like that boosts your confidence up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like, but then
you're not going to be so hesitant.
6 times. AJ Dillon runs the ball 2 times. Jalen Hurts runs the ball 2 times. Will Shipley 1 time. Like, come on, my nigga, what is you doing? That's coaching. I
think that's definitely coaching. But I feel like Jalen Jalen also has the authority, bro. He's the $55 million quarterback to say, hey, we're winning this game. Let's just milk the clock. Just
Hey,
milk the
you
clock.
know what? I think. Listen, you know what I'm saying. Again, if you're going to drop a game, this would be the game to drop if you're trying to make a point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to make a point, this would be the one to do it. Non-conference opponent, week 5. Fuck it. I told y'all, and it's me doing it your way. I told
Yeah,
y'all.
that's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
So he's throwing the ball. He's getting more comfortable. It's just like that Steelers game last year.
Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. Linda Kyer said, imagine not being on Dak's level and only being in the league 5 years and surpassing someone who's been in the league for 10 years, just needs league MVP, but don't want it. I'm saying, yo.
I think the silence speaks.
Yeah, I'm saying, yo.
We'll take silence as acceptance.
I'm saying, yo, like, I mean, I'm saying, yo, for real, like, damn, Linda, girl, you hurting these. What she doing is she hurting these dudes' feelings in this chat. Have you been reading this shit? Linda
I've
going
been reading
on
it.
these cats. You know what I'm saying?
I'm reading. I'm definitely reading.
Being the Jets, they are playoff contenders again. Drew said the Cowboy fans think because they beat the Jets, they're playoff contenders.
Hey, I want them to. I like when they win those games because it boosts them. It's almost like that kid that's on the JV and he thinks he's good, so he needs to be on varsity, and he don't really know what it's like till he's on varsity. So I like that. Let the confidence level be there.
Oh well, you know what? Here's the thing. Again, I've said it before, and I'll keep on saying it. We are definitely breathing a very different air than them. Okay, and you got to realize that it's like God bless their hearts. This is bizarre world for these people. Okay, this is bizarre world. They still remember the olden days when we didn't have championships and all that stuff. They remember that. You know what I'm saying? And being able to, so for them, you know what I'm saying, like where we are right now is so far out of the realm of possibilities. Look, for Cowboys fans, this was a fast ass 30 years. Think about that.
Hey, everybody over at the bird section, go ahead and hit the like over there on Leo's channel. Don't forget. And then while you're moving around on your phone, don't hesitate to come to the Eagles Collective and hit that subscribe button and hit the like over there. Keeps us going. And everybody over at the Eagles Collective, slide over to the bird section, hit the like and subscribe over there. Let's keep this going. But, This is definitely a good talk. Good talk.
Yeah, now skipping forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got another divisional opponent we got to think about. You know what I'm saying? The New York Giants.
We got the Giants, and the Giants are building confidence. They're getting their confidence level back.
Well, they're in their feelings now because of what happened yesterday. Because that was shitty.
What was the score on that game?
With the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
That it was 26-14. Yeah, 26-14.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was actually rooting for the Giants. I want them to. I like Jackson Dart and I like Cam Scattergood too. I like.
Bruh, this dude threw the ball 40 times and only
40 times, 202 yards.
Yeah, only completed 26 passes. Quarterback rating of 73.
This is where he's his rushing yards, 55 rushing yards.
Uh-huh.
So he's got wheels. He definitely got wheels on him. And no Malik Neighbors. That's got hurt. So and I think that's the season-ending injury too, right?
Yep. And then I'm looking at Darius Slayton, Will Robinson, Rand Collins.
So
their tight end is their leading receiver on Saturday. Sunday. with
We'll
four
have
catches.
Jahad
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah. It's
but
not
yeah,
going to be.
that's what we need right now. But we gotta play complimentary football.
Yeah.
There's got-
This needs to be like this should be like a practice. This should be like a preseason practice.
I wouldn't even say that. I would just say the errors, the mistakes that we saw in the Denver game,
Yeah.
don't let them happen this game. Don't be a habitual offender.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Like we had 9 penalties. Drop it down to 3. Drop it down to 3. Let's see progress with that. Let's not see stupid penalties.
Well, do we even want all right, here's a question. Do we even go over this film?
Over the film from the Denver game?
Yeah.
I don't.
We're off today, and then you come in tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I think they're practicing today. Yeah, I think they're practicing today.
I thought they were off today.
No, they're practicing today since it's a Thursday game. They're getting Wednesday off, I believe. Wednesday, because Tuesdays they usually get off.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So that's why I'm like, they definitely looking at film today, because at the end of the day, the pass game looked solid when you really think about it. The pass game looked solid. It's the run game. The run game is what's being missed, bro. Like with this run game, we're not a threat. And if run game's not a threat and we're not throwing the ball, that lets you know Jalen actually was the reason why we won these last few games when you really think about it. Jalen, the defense, and the special teams. It wasn't the whole offense. Jalen had to carry some of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're throwing the ball and the run game is not effective, but you're winning games on offense, you're scoring, that's your quarterback doing the work. But people don't want to talk about that, though.
Well, here's the thing, though. Because people want to see long bombs. They want to see.
Hey, we tried giving that. We tried.
And it don't work. Not for us.
Yeah.
Especially not when we're still trying to figure out who the fuck we are.
Yeah. Have you noticed Jalen hasn't thrown? He doesn't throw in the middle as much. He tries to hesitate from doing that a little bit. But I saw him do it a couple of times this game.
Well, remember, like when he hit Dallas up the seam.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He threw Jahan Dotson open up the seam.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe it's and remember, he gets to call he's calling the protections at the line.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times, how many times has he checked out of something that was meant for the middle because of what the defense was showing him? You see what I'm saying? So, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think him calling those protections is at times it could be him not trusting it? Like, technically, you didn't have to call that protection.
If he didn't trust it, I don't think it would look like that.
Like it did yesterday.
Yeah. Not trusting it is not. It wouldn't look like that. That's not what not trusting looks like.
But do you think in the past, like these past few games, though, there's been those type of situations?
No, I don't think that it's not worked out like it was supposed to. There was a couple of plays. Yeah, there was a couple of plays where the coverage itself made it hard for him to throw to anybody.
Yeah,
Devontae was having a hard time getting open. AJ was having a hard time getting open. Jahan Dallas wasn't there. Something. You see what I'm saying? And it just makes it. So again, but I like the fact that it's turned him into a much more smarter quarterback, knowing what to do. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like situations like that, you got to trust Saquon, because Saquon can catch too.
Absolutely, which is why you saw yesterday.
Be like that chemistry that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce has.
Yeah.
They can sense when one's in trouble.
Yeah.
Or one's having issues, and they kind of like route back or they
They
kind of
know,
sit
yeah.
back.
Then
Yeah,
when they improv, yeah.
yeah. I feel like if Saquon and Jalen can get there
Hey,
together,
this is
I think that can
only
solve some issues
this is only year 2,
together.
and I think that they themselves know better.
Yeah. I think that can become a thing as well because we saw that bomb to Saquon and did you expect that?
Uh,
I don't think that was in Sean Payton's that I don't think they had film on that. So there was no film on that going on.
no, I don't think. I'm sorry, man. My wife just showed me something and threw me for a loop.
Oh no, you good.
But one of the things I will say is that it's the seeing how Saquon caught that pass yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It was reminiscent to the same way he caught the pass in Green Bay. You
Yeah,
remember that? It was like, oh yeah, he could do that too. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Way,
So
way
it's
to
like
get him going. All right,
utilize it.
can we get a running play?
Yeah, I would be totally fine with Saquon not getting his rushing yards, but he's getting his receiving yards, and he's being effective that way. I can
I thought it was an attempt to
appreciate.
just get him. I thought it was an attempt to get him involved. We got to get you going some kind of way. If we can't get you going running, we'll get you going throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? And look, it worked. All right. You know what I'm saying? But the negligible part of it all was it was only 6 times. You only ran them 6 times.
Yeah, that's
this is and here's the thing.
that happened though because they
It's
knew who
so,
they had on the offensive line too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The fact that they only ran Saquon 6 times, it's so egregious. You know, it's a coaching thing. You know, it's a coaching thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part. And so the only thing that I ask is as a fan, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that I ask, and this is where some of my problems come with Nick Sirianni, is that please don't just tell me any old thing just to get me out your face.
You're talking about as conferences?
Yes.
Oh, that's
he just be saying a whole lot of nothing, and I hate that.
Kevin Patullo's the one that's gonna piss you off even more when you watch the conference
because it's
he makes it like nothing's wrong.
Yeah, and it's like I feel because I take it as an attack on my intelligence. Like
I think when it comes to those things, it's kind of like what you say. You keep everything in house because it is the Philly media. You bring up something that nobody was aware of, or you emphasize on maybe a mistake that was made. It's going to end up being on ESPN First Take all of a sudden. So I think he tries to avoid that. I think that's a lot of their PR. Don't ask certain questions. I think it's a lot of that, and they don't want to give him because the way Jalen talks at the press conferences, he don't talk like that in front of his boys. Like there's been film of how Jalen really talks.
Bro, listen, I'm in market here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was a period of time where, and they killed this dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he says, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. He talks like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When talking about his father, you know what I'm saying? In the light of football, he calls him Coach Hurts. When he's talking about football, when he's talking about him as a parent and everything like that, he says daddy. You know what I'm saying? He calls his dad. You know what I'm saying? Here, these people don't know what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, obviously he comes from, a 2-parent home. Both his parents were educators. They raised him well. Yeah, he's from, and around here, he talks very philosophical. You know what I'm saying? Half the times people don't understand what the hell he means. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I think makes him perfect, his stoicness. But I also think that part of this personality and the way this was shaped was based off of, you know what I'm saying, that Super Bowl loss. I don't think that Jalen Hurts has been right since. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it don't
Yeah,
matter. I don't think it don't matter how many Super Bowls he wins. I don't think he'll ever get over that Super Bowl.
I can agree with you on that because when you watch old footage of Hurts before the Super Bowl, he was a
He looks very different.
yeah,
He looks very different.
totally different. Demeanor's different.
Yeah, yeah. He looked like something happened to him.
It's
something
it's just when he's talking, he's on a mission at the end of the day, and in the process of his mission, he realized he has to go through a lot of bullshit.
Well, it's like it reminds me of. I think
having to explain to people why you did it this way, what happened during this, what do you think about this, and so he's going to give you a philosophical answer to that to make you question it. But he don't want to do all that. He really don't want to be in the middle of all that.
I think he don't even get I think that as long as he keeps winning, you know what I'm saying, and keeps everything on that, and it goes and it happens like that, you know what I'm saying, he won't it allow, you know what it does? It allows him to dictate his narrative and not someone else. That's the problem.
For you. Sorry to interrupt. But this just came out. It's a report says that Jalen Hurts, Saquon, and AJ Brown had a long positive dialogue today. The conversation lasted a few hours. So whether it's sitting down, talking it out, discussing it.
What did I say?
They're getting the problem solved.
What did I say?
And so that's what goes back to this though. It's a conversation of trying to get, maybe it's a conversation with AJ, or maybe Saquon's being in the middle and kind of whatever it needs to be. But these are things we want to see as fans after a loss. We don't want to see an owner explain why they lost. We want to see the actual players that were in there make
an accountability thing.
Yeah,
it's an accountability thing. And to me, if accountability is a thing, then you do things like what you just read.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I said that. I said that earlier. You know what I'm saying? I said they probably talked today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you nailed it on the head.
They police each other very well.
After watching that, they probably watched film together. After film, after whatever it was.
Yeah, like what all right, so what's up? Because they know what's for them, the main thing is, what's the main thing for them? They want another ring. AJ said it to Saquon, hey man, I know it's gonna be hard, but we got to do this again.
And to go back to that too, that feeling that each and every player had in that room when they replayed the Super Bowl and they got those championship rings, that's a feeling that will never, like, nobody can take away from them. And
hold on, you know what, Marcus? You can kiss my ass, Marcus. You can. Matter of fact, you can kiss mine and Warren's ass. How about that? Kiss it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying though. So
I love you though, bro.
I'm glad that we seeing that, and I'm glad that clearly this is coming from a solid source. That's happening. But it's good that that's happening, because, like I said, if let's say they didn't do anything about it, that would be a problem.
Yeah, but again, now we know, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully something good, positive will come out of this.
I think Saquon's like, yo, we got the Giants, and I still got beef with them. So whatever y'all got going on, y'all need to figure it out, because I want them to remember what they did to me. Hey, who knows? Because I don't think Saquon played that last game against them.
What I love most about Saquon is that he's the breath of fresh air. Okay. And what I mean
Yeah.
by the breath of fresh air is that he happens to have a very well, if you think about it, he has a very long, extensive viewpoint of the Philadelphia Eagles because he saw them twice a year for 5 fucking years before he got here. So it's not like it's not like Saquon don't know who this team is. It's not like we're totally strangers to him in terms of how he viewed us from the outside looking in. And now that he's on the inside looking out, he gets to bring that outside looking in type of perspective, which is why I love how he was talking to Jalen Carter in New Orleans. And he told him, he was like, I played against you. They scared of you. They scared of you. He wasn't lying. He was not lying when he said that shit. When he was telling Jalen Carter, he said, you that motherfucker. I know I played against you. And they scared of you. I'm telling you, they scared of you. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't lying. That was just a glimpse as to how they talk about us on the outside, how they think about us in other film rooms and shit like that. And then you see how, and I believe, and here's the thing, I even believe that it's true only because the way Saquon talks shit. You know what I'm saying? The way he talks shit.
He talks because he got the team to back it up.
Because he got a team that backs his ass up.
Yeah, I'm talking
about from last year.
It's an actual team. So when he sees success destructing itself, he's not going to just sit there and just let it sink. He's not going to.
I think he got it. Yeah, I think he thinks he got a really good thing going on. I think that he probably did the same thing I did and looked at the fucking schedule and probably said to himself, I looked at these teams, they are not better than us. It's us. We got it. Like, it's that, like, they're not better than us. You know what I'm saying? I bet you, you know what I'm saying? The one that's going to give you the least amount of problems is Smitty. Smitty just going to go about
not going to give you problems because Smitty's
he's just going to go about doing his job.
But I'm saying, man, if these three are sitting there and having a conversation with each other, these are the main three threats on offense. These are the main three threats sitting down, collaborating, and having a conversation. I would hate to be teams that has to play as if they figure this out.
Bro, everybody knows that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just getting everybody's best.
I think everybody knows, but honestly,
everyone wants to try to get what. Look, everybody wants to try to get at us right now before we figure shit out because they know, God forbid, these motherfuckers figure this shit out and wake the fuck up. Everybody knows it. Everybody, including the Detroit, even the Detroit Lions, you fucking know. You fucking know. The Washington Commanders, everybody fucking knows. And the crazy part is that, guess what? We'll probably see a few of these teams twice in the playoffs. We'll probably see Detroit in the playoffs. We could probably see Green Bay in the playoffs. We could probably see motherfucking Buffalo in the playoffs. We could probably see Kansas City in the playoffs. We could probably see who the fuck else? Like, it's
you talking about just teams or people that we're actually going to go up against?
Look at our schedule.
No, yeah. So I'm saying, looking at the schedule, who do you? Because how many teams is it usually? It's usually what, 10 teams? Is it 10 or is it 8
that go to the playoffs?
Playoffs.
Yeah, you play 2 first rounders. You play the wild card games. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So how many teams total is it starting in the wild card round?
It's the number. It's the lowest to the highest, right?
I feel like it's 8 teams.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the 8 teams in the NFC you see us playing. Name them off based off
that'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoffs based off how you've seen
that we can see. All right, so all right, I'm just going off of like what I see from our schedule, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we could potentially see in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, just 8.
All right, so we could potentially see from the NFC, Tampa Bay. We could potentially see Minnesota. We could potentially see Green Bay. We could potentially see Detroit. Chicago could get in as a wild card. And the Los Angeles Rams,
Mm-hmm.
and the Washington Commanders. No,
Not the 49ers?
we don't see them in the regular season. I'm
So,
talking about the teams that we see in
just
everybody
the
I
teams we
just
don't
named.
see. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm looking at just the teams as a whole. Just
I'm telling you from the teams that we'll see in the regular season.
So you don't think the Cowboys have a chance?
No, come on.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, no. That no.
I want to get a reaction out of the comments.
Yeah, I'm sure Mark
agrees too.
Mark,
okay. So
no. Hey y'all, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for real. Hook your boys up. That subscribe, that like button is our tip jar. You know what I'm saying? That lets us know we doing good. So hook us up, y'all. Come on, for real. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
No. You good. So I'm looking right now. I see that. I can definitely see. There's definitely more playoff caliber teams on the NFC this year than the AFC.
Yeah, but see, that's why I said if you look at the AFC, right, it's literally laid out perfectly. Even though they lost last night, it's still laid out perfectly for Buffalo. Buffalo is the best team in the AFC right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All Philadelphia did was just give the league the blueprint on how to beat the Chiefs. So ain't nobody scared of them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's scared of the Chiefs. They're going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? Andy Reid and Travis is about to fight on the sidelines. Really?
And I'm gonna throw this at you too. Looking at Green Bay, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Packers. Well, no, the Packers, Vikings, Lions, and Bears. They all have potential to possibly go to the playoffs, but you're gonna let them fight that out themselves.
But again, that's why I said there's a lot of teams that are on our schedule. They have all gotten good in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? They all did. But here's the problem. We're
going to get the best out of them too.
Yeah, and we will. But here's the problem. They are still not better than us. That's the thing.
The only team that we have not played and we can, like, the only team we haven't played that we can say we can crush them or whatever is the Lions. The Lions is the only team we haven't played. And me personally, that's actually the game I'm going to go to. But that is the game that everybody wants to see because at the end of the day, they think it should have been them. The Commanders ended up handling them. They think they could
be here.
Yeah.
That's week 11.
Yeah. So that is the game that I think is going to ruffle some feathers, throw some people off, because I think that's who we truly scheming for at the end of the day. Because
so you want to come up here for the game?
Yeah. I'm coming up here for that game. I'll be out there to tailgate and go to the Cowboy game. And then the Bears game, I'm going to that one too. So those 3 weeks, I'm gonna be either at the link or I'm gonna be out there in Dallas watching the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to set something up, definitely let me know. But that's really the only game that I can say we take an L. It can be from that game, and that's just their offense is just simply outplaying our defense, and that's Vic Fangio getting just out schemed. But that's an if.
But yeah, again, it'd be self-inflicted.
Yeah,
it's not because the team is better than us.
It's not because they're better.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
But my thing is that game wasn't even. I think that game we still had the better talent. We still executed better than the Broncos. I truly just feel like we got outcoached that game. That game is just outcoached. You going against Sean Payton.
You talking about the game against Denver?
Huh?
You talking about against Denver, right?
Yeah, like
Sean, I said that. Yeah, I said that.
That's all day. Like you're gonna choose Sean Payton over that.
Yeah, that like listen, Sean Payton is like a Spagnola to us.
He's a seasoned, yeah, that's a
Uh, uh,
seasoned coach
uh,
that's been through everything.
yeah. Oh, and here's the thing: we're the better for having played them.
Yeah.
Even in the loss, we learned a
Yeah.
lot about ourselves. Even in the loss, if we know what we're looking for, you see what I'm saying? We're still a really really good team. You know what I'm saying? Are we a banged up team? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I hope Landon Dickerson doesn't play this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I really hope he doesn't play. I hope he gets 2 weeks off. I thought that I thought that, even after
We
the
both
surgery,
agreed
he
on it.
should. Yeah, even after the surgery, I was like, you know what? Keep him out to like week 3, week 4. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If we could that way, give the other guys a chance to eat and get it. Since we're in stumbling, bumbling period, we know we're gonna fuck up. I just didn't think that we would go 4-0. I'll be honest with you. I really didn't think we would go 4-0. Not that I'm
Yeah.
not proud. I am. I'm very proud of them, but I just didn't see 4-0. I never did. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the first 4 weeks of the season you always are fucked up. It's always fucked up in some way, shape, or form. It's always, and that's why I said it earlier. Like, so that's why I be like looking at Cowboy fans and Commander fans and Giants fans, and I'd be like, y'all act like y'all like this is new. What are y'all doing? I don't pretend that I don't know their team's tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pretend like I don't. So I'm not like I don't have to manufacture no controversy or anything like that or what have you. You know what I'm saying? I know who they are.
Yeah, but this is just a consistent trend that's been going, and Eagle fans see this consistent trend all the time.
Yes, and then it's
We,
like, and
we as long as Nick Sirianni is going to be our head coach, this is going to be this team's trend every year. Start
which is
off,
what going to the playoffs.
yeah, go to the playoff because at the end of the day, you go into the playoffs.
Yup,
But
that's what I'm
it's going to
saying.
be a shaky start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Beginning
We're still going to the playoffs. We'll
of
probably end up winning.
things out.
Yup, we'll probably end up winning the division again.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Break that curse.
So we
We can
break that curse. Yeah. You know what I'm
break
saying?
that curse that's been going on.
Yeah, like it's like, come on now. Like, come on, like stop playing. Y'all know
Yeah,
what it is.
because I'm looking at these other teams. Cowboys are 2-1. Now, Marcus, that's going to screw y'all over at the very end of the season. That
The
tie.
one that tie. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they proud of that.
Yeah,
Like they
Giants
proud of that.
are 1-4. Commanders are 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
So those teams in the division, they're in a position to where they have to win games. So more mistakes are going to be made. So they have to win that game, and also in hopes that we lose some games.
Yes,
So
like
that's
you
the way
need they need help.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
they're
way they
gonna
have
need
to
help.
operate to just get to the dance. To just get to the dance. Like, think about that. Like, you're hoping another
Mm-hmm.
team loses just so your team can have an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's
Whereas
how
we're
we
sitting
started
here
it off.
talking about
And don't forget, Hard Knocks is coming up too. So we're going to see how your locker room
yup,
operates.
yup,
So
yup, yup,
that's the way I'm
yup.
looking at it. Like, you competing, and if you're really that type of team, you wouldn't let this happen. Like, you wouldn't let this record happen at the end of the day. If you truly thought that you were going to come up against us and try to stop us or whatever y'all got going on, you wouldn't let this record happen right now.
Mm,
Like, that's crazy
mm.
work, bro. Like, I'm looking right now and I'm like, what? 3-2? And y'all think y'all are going to win with a banged up Jaden Daniels? Jaden Daniels is banged up, bro. Like, he's not getting any healthier. He's not going to. Dallas Cowboys, Dak is doing his thing. I'll give y'all that. Dak is doing his thing. But at the end of the day, like, how consistent is that? Can you take that to the playoffs? Can you take that to the playoffs?
Mm,
Or is
mm.
it gonna be on arrival for the ceremony to get his MVP award. Because remember, you get the MVP award because you didn't make it to the Super Bowl. So I'm just looking like our division, we solid, bro. Like that's why I've been really looking at these Packers, Lions, Bears, and Vikings games because I want to see how they measure up to us because that's what we probably gonna play in the playoffs.
And that's why I was pointing out the fact that when you look at the teams on our schedule who we've already played and remaining, there's a very high likelihood we're going to see a couple of these teams twice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the regular season and in the playoffs. And potential and to include the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It's not out of the realm of possibility for Buffalo or Kansas City to make it to the playoffs in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? It's not out of the realm of possibility that the fucking Chargers as they may be, like who's to say they don't turn it around? I mean, it's week 5. These teams at week 5 ain't the same at week 10.
Yeah, can the Colts sustain what they're doing right now?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can Detroit? You know what I'm saying? They got injuries mounting up too now. Again.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it's like, well, god damn.
You want to know something crazy about the Detroit Lions? So if you talk, I don't know if you know any Lions fans, but one of the biggest moves they wanted to be made in the offseason was re-signing Zadarius Smith.
Yes,
I think they offered him like $11 million to come back to the Lions, and he chose to come to the Eagles because of the organization, and he took less money to come to the Eagles. So, like that kind of tells you a lot just how players from the outside looking in are seeing this team.
Yeah.
Like, because when I say out, because a lot of Lions fans wanted Zadarius Smith. They're still mad that Zadarius Smith didn't get picked.
And who's to say? This is week 5, right? So that means Zadarius gets to see his old team in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really 7 because of the bye. You know what I'm saying?
If he's even thinking like that, though, too.
But what I'm saying to you is
that
what if shit is turned around? What kind of story you get to tell when you go see your old friends in Detroit?
Yeah. And like I said, Detroit might be that team because Detroit plays hard, bro. But like,
Nolan should be coming back.
Yeah. Oh, you said Bosa should be coming back?
Nolan.
Oh, Nolan.
Nolan Smith.
When does Nolan come back?
Sometime in November.
Okay, so we'll get Nolan.
Yep.
We'll have Nakobe. So our defense will be all there.
Yep. Hopefully.
I'm just hoping that Jalen Carter will be healed up. Jordan Davis is getting more production. He's getting more productive on the defensive line. And Azeez Ujulari and Josh Uche are a little bit more productive. I just need this defensive line to stop, find better ways of stopping the run without having to stack the box. That's all I need from them.
Right. Well, you know what though? I'll say this because I think people sort of kind of got things a little bit, skewed a bit with the Super Bowl because we didn't blitz at all during the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what I do like that I've seen is I like some of the blitz packages I've seen. I just wish I could see more of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hence why the pass rush and everything like that, and getting the Kobe back on the field and having Jahad and Zach on there with them, then I think our blitz packaging might get a lot better because Vika has some very capable linebackers who can do that, especially with Makuba playing like he playing.
Yeah, and I think the blitz is coming a lot from Coop because we saw Coop blitz.
Yep.
And we saw Makuba blitz. We've seen
that's what I'm saying.
Than anything.
Yep.
But there needs to be more pressure. They need to be giving up more pressure, though. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah. Well, again, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think this defense in week 5 and this defense in week 10 are going to be two different defenses, just like last year.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We were a shitty ass defense in the beginning of the season. And then how did we end up? Number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what, and I think that this defense is going to be better than last year's defense. In all honesty, I really do.
I think
really
they are
do.
too.
I think these dudes are. I think we got some certified goons on the team.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that once certain people come back and some people get more acclimated, you know what I'm saying? I think I think that Vic will probably, you know, turn these motherfuckers loose, because to be honest with you, they're holding teams to the same points that they did last year.
They are. And they're adding turnovers to this now.
Huh?
They're adding turnovers to it now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And also the biggest thing too, special teams is actually stepping up.
I was going to say there are aspects about our defense and our offense that is just really starting to show itself in terms of the benefit of having some sort of stability, particularly from the coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's not even just in Vic Fangio, but Christian Parker. You know what I'm saying? What's my man named? Clint Hunt. Hurt, you know what I'm saying? Clint Hunt,
Yeah,
you know, like them dudes is they like. I think that the continuity of the coaching staff as a whole, you know what I'm saying? I think it's we'd be remiss not to at least make mention of it. That's my whole point.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it like, which is why I feel like, you know, I don't care if we lost a lot of guys, because the guys that we lost last year were all 1-year players in this defense.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We lost a whole lot of 1-year players. You know what I'm saying? And
Their
this
development
defense,
is more than just 1 year too.
yeah, and in 1 year, those dudes in this defense became the number one defense by years in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This year, we got 11 dudes on the defense, whether they're starters or plug and play, but there's 11 people on the defense who are in year 2.
Mm.
And so, just need and like it doesn't, like, I'm just like, that's why I said it earlier. Do you realize how big this is? And all we have to do, and everyone sees it. We've gotten better, and everyone can see, even on the defense, we're gonna get even better.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that everyone knows the problem with the offense is everyone's trying to get what they can out of us before we figure out what it is.
Till it clicks. Yeah.
Once this shit clicks, that's it. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. You say what the fuck
for
you
some
want.
teams, it might be too late now, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. But for us, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are you kidding me? Once they figure out how to run this ball, how to use this, how to properly utilize the line and everything like that, and, you know, maybe AJ and all them, like, it becomes something that just becomes contagious amongst the other players, and it trickles down, and everybody start giving their very best because they see how these guys are or what have you. That shit start clicking. God damn it! Watch out! Watch out! It's scary. You know what I'm saying? It is, and that's what everyone's waiting on. You know what I'm saying? They're talking shit because they can right now, but you know, everybody knows.
This is just like how the Patriots and the Chiefs were. They don't play up to their potential in the beginning of the season. Everybody talks about the doubts, and then all of a sudden and it's real crazy because they kind of go under the radar with their wins. They go under the radar with the wins, but as soon as playoff comes, we're a contender, and they're gonna give you that saying, you can't bet off of the Eagles in the playoffs. That's what it's about to turn into.
No, well, you know what though, but this year you do it at your peril, And understand something too. Understand something, right? Think about this for a second, right? We go through the rest of the season. Let's say we end up 14-3, 15-1, 15-2, something like that, right? And then we go into the playoffs and get all the way to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Do you realize that it would be the most uncontested championship in the history of the league? Because at what point does a Super Bowl champion face teams in the playoffs that they saw during the regular season? So that means that there's going to be, and that means there's going to be potentially 1, 2, 3, or maybe 4 teams. No, if we get the first round bye, then it'd be 2 games plus the Super. So there's a potential that 3 teams will have had 2 cracks at us, and you couldn't do, and you couldn't do it.
You couldn't execute.
Yeah, it would be the most uncontested. What if we had to play the Rams again in Philly again? You know what I'm saying? And they came talking big shit. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no motherfucking snow now. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Verse got even more motivation. That motherfucker want his damn chain back.
That's facts. Yeah.
That's the only way he can get his chain back. You know what I'm saying? If I was Jalen Carter, I'd be a dickhead and never put it up again. Bet me my chain. Nah, I'm good. I don't gamble no more. You'll never see it again. I promise you. I am an asshole like that. Like if somebody was to bet me their strap, like yeah, I put my belt on the line, and you lose with me. Like you will always lose. You will never. I will take that strap and I will never bet it again. I'll always have it.
Just so you
have to go buy you a new one because I'm never putting this up.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I'll keep it right behind me in some kind of way, forever and ever and ever. You'll have to look at that. You'll have to look at me with that strap that used to be yours. I'm dead ass, dog. I'm an asshole like that. I'm a asshole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I will torment you. Hey man, I have sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I know what to do. I know exactly what to do.
You watching this Chiefs and Jaguars game tonight?
Yeah, you know what? Only because it's football. and it gives me something else to keep me distracted. I mean, I ain't gonna front. This has been a 3-hour and 12-minute therapy session that we needed to really get out and get it all out. Let's purge ourselves of all this. It's all done. Ha ha ha. You know, shama lama 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 done. Okay. Now it's on to the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Best way to get over this is to just go beat up on somebody and make ourselves feel good, especially since they talk shit. You know, like it's a division opponent too. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? We need to, Jackson Dart needs to fill these paws.
Yeah. Well, from living in Jacksonville for a few years, I'm definitely rooting for the Jags on this game. They playing the Chiefs, so it's one of those. We're gonna question if the Chiefs still got it or not. This is one of them games. Like,
listen,
the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs' whole just season this year it's almost like you're trying to see if you still got it, and you see any up-and-coming teams that's watched you and been planning for you, and they finally are getting their pieces together. And we're now seeing it. Hence the Chargers, hence the Broncos, like all these AFC teams that are competing against them.
It's like this. It's like this, right? See, the Chiefs are living with the extra particular type of shame. Okay, there's a thing. There's a real sense of shame because that Super Bowl loss happened in front of the whole fucking world.
Mhm.
And it wasn't like it was even close. We kicked their asses. They got their asses whooped in front of everybody. Matter of fact, not in front of everybody, in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody saw them get their asses whooped on live TV. The
You know
global,
everybody's watching when they're making a documentary on it.
and I was gonna say, and then there's a documentary. I watched it because I wanted to know, because I was asking a friend of mine, my business partner who lives in Kansas City, and he was out. I was asking him like what sports radio was saying, like what are they saying? You know, how are they talking about the team and this documentary? And he said they've been that's what the talk of sports radio has been about. How are you going to portray the Super Bowl? Because we all know what happened in the worst kind of way. And so he said this was before the Kingdom actually premiered. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that the other thing too is that the fan base is sort of kind of like over it when it comes to Travis and Taylor Swift. It's just becoming a little. They're just getting sick of it. You know, like can we please talk about something other than Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? Yeah, he was saying that they were sports radio was talking about a press conference, and they was asking a rookie or a UDFA about how did Travis Kelce break the news to the team that he was getting married to Taylor Swift, and the dude's response was, I'm a rookie playing for the Kansas City. That's not my, you know what I'm saying? Like you asking me? like that's what they want. They just want to get it back to football and not about them. So it's getting on everybody's nerves. That's what he said. That's how they talk about them in Kansas City right now. Yep. And so yeah, it's listen, man. Like this is the part about being a content creator when you get to talk to people who actually live and market, and they tell you exactly what's going. Because a lot of times, there's what you would think, and it's not, and then there's the reality. Now, here's the thing: I myself have you ever been to Kansas City?
No.
Jesus Christ, bruh. Listen, dog. Bruh, I know what it looked like now when you win 3 Super Bowls. Like when you like
the city's up, yeah.
What?
The city's
Kansas, listen, Kansas City is the shit. Kansas City is the shit.
I believe it.
And oh my God, like wonderful. And I'm an Eagles fan. I'm telling you, like I remember I came home. I told my wife, I was like, yo, I want to move to Kansas City. She was like, what? I was like, yo, I really want to move to Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Like dead ass. That's the city. That's the city that's on the come up. And motherfucking Nashville, Tennessee is on the come up for real. While you bullshit.
I've heard about that too.
Yeah, Nashville's on the come up too. For real. You know what I'm saying? But Kansas City, and you know what the dopest part about Kansas City is?
What's up?
That it's 3 hours to New York, 3 hours to LA, 3 hours to Miami. It's the middle of the country. It's 3 hours to everything.
I didn't know that. Damn.
Yep. I was like, what? And I thought about it. I was like, yeah. Yep. It's yeah, Kansas City is the shit, yo. For real. If you ever get an opportunity to take a trip there, do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on going for one of these games next time.
Yeah, well, my industry, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, the Missouri side of it, they broke 2 billion in cannabis sales. Yeah. My company's signature brand, which is called House of Kush, is based out of Kansas City. That's why I know all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a like the way they got things there. You know what I'm saying? You have to designate a non-smoking area. They flipped it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you just assume you can. If you can't, it has to tell you you can.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
yeah, bro.
you know that
Hey, we've
spot.
been on here for 3 hours.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
been
Yeah,
good therapy session. Like
no
you said.
doubt. Yeah, I feel purged. I feel purged.
Yeah. And we got some news in the middle of it too. So maybe that kind of settles everybody's thoughts on everything. But
Absolutely.
hey, it's going to be a good game. And this team is only what? We only going into week 6. Only
Yeah,
going into week 6. Um, but yeah,
yeah.
anything before we get up out of here?
No, man. Hey, listen. Everybody, y'all. Again. Let's keep things in its perspective. You know what I'm saying? If we had to take an L, this would be the week to take an L against a non-divisional, non-conference opponent. In week 5, and we're only 4-1. And so and based off of what we heard in the news and everything like that, we'll see what these guys believe. But the best thing about this particular week is that it's week 5 and we have a game on Thursday, just in a couple of days, against the New York Giants, a divisional opponent. You know what I'm saying? Whom we know we can beat up on pretty good if we get our shit together. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help us, wash off the funk of this loss and everything like that, and let's get the moving. So we'll be fine, I think. With that, I'll say, I'll catch up with y'all on the bird section later on this week. Me and Warren, the Eagles Collective podcast, we're going to be doing a lot more. I think we need to do a few more of these before the game. You want to try to hop on again Wednesday?
Yeah, we can try to do that, or I can do something better for you.
What's that?
If you want, we can probably try to live stream the game.
During the game?
Yeah.
I'm with it. Thursday?
Yeah. We
I'm
can
with
talk
it.
about it though behind the scenes, but yeah, that
I'm
can be
with it.
something we could possibly cook up.
I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with it. I can get with it.
Yeah. So that will be good. We just gotta work out the logistics, and we can make it work.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Make sure y'all look out for us on Thursday for the game. All right, I'm doing that shit. Fuck it. Let's do it.
I
Let's
like
do
it.
it.
Yo.
All right, you gonna get the fellas in on that too?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit up the fellas. I just know it's Thursday night, and majority of us work, so a lot of us ain't thinking about going out, but we gonna watch it. So might
Why
as
not
well.
all of us watch it together?
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
have some
absolutely.
drinks, get something to eat, and just sit back and watch it.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, I got let me go get roll up a few things. You know what I'm saying, have my stuff together, put the game on, and be talking shit the whole time. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
most definitely. Yeah,
Let's
but we're
do it.
gonna
Let's
set
talk
that up.
about it. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Well, all right, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Later. I'll see y'all I'll see y'all
Button.
later on the bird section. Oh,
Let's go.
peace.
Dak Prescott, need I say more? Wow.